So I've been a Michael Jackson fan for over 30 plus years, and I have a growing collection of over 500 items. This video is going to be a mega collector's video. It's going to be showing you all the different types of items that I've shared on the channel over the years. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and make sure that you're leaving some comments down below about what items that you're going to get in your collection next.
Hey you guys, today we're going to be looking at my Michael Jackson vinyl collection. I'm going to be showing you guys all the records that I have. I did this video quite some time ago. I think I might have even done it twice in the last 3 or 4 years, but I'm back because I've gotten some new things into my collection and I wanted to go over everything with you guys. Let's just get into it without further ado. You are now watching MJFANGIRL TV. So I do have a pretty sizable collection of Michael Jackson vinyls. I don't have every single album, but I have just enough, and I'm really excited to share those with you guys, so let's get into it. Okay, so it wouldn't be right without me sharing the very first vinyl that I ever purchased, which is this Motown Legends Michael Jackson album. This is actually a collection of some Michael Jackson tracks from when he went solo on Motown. Yes, he was releasing solo records on Motown way before he released Off the Wall with Epic Records. This has songs like Rockin' Robin, Johnny Raven, Ain't No Sunshine, Euphoria, All the Things You Are, Cinderella Stay a While, and With a Child's Heart. Ooh, it also has Up Again. That's a good song. If you guys are new to Michael Jackson at all, you definitely want to check out some of his younger recordings. I think that these are some of like the most emotive songs that he's had in his career. I will even go as far as to say in his career, yes, because Michael was really conveying some really heavy emotions for his age back then, and some of these songs are just golden. They're perfect for listening to on the weekends while you're cleaning, while you're studying, while you're just relaxing around the house. Okay, so the next album in my collection is this one. It actually matches my shirt right now, and I just posed for a thumbnail. Did you guys catch that? Alright, this is actually the Bad single. This is the Bad special 12-inch single mixes. This is one of my favorite singles ever for a song. The alternate version rather, the one that I love is the Bad Dance Extended Mix, including the false fade. You guys could see here. I hope you guys could see that, but basically so the first side has 2 versions, the second side has another 3 versions of the song, including an a cappella mix, but I love the dance extended mix with the false fade because that's so cool. I love in the music video, you can kind of hear it during the credits where it like goes away and he comes back and he's like, whoo! And it's just like, doom, 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 all that, the guitar and all that. It's just such a cool mix. So that's one of my favorites. I purchased that not too long ago. Here's another single that I really love. It's the Remember the Time single. On here you have a Silky Soul 12-inch mix, the E-Smooth Late Night mix, excuse me, a Silky Dub mix, and the 12-inch main mix, and then you also have a remix of Black or White called the Underground Club mix. This was back in the day when everything had like that club mix, and I think that was really interesting how Michael Jackson songs were mixed for the club. I personally don't ever hear any of these club mixes these days. I really only hear the original songs played at parties and clubs. So yeah, this is a really cool single just to have, and I really love the cover. I think that I actually got this one from a record store, a vinyl record store that sold vintage records, and this was a pretty good find. I think I paid less than 20 bucks for it. So the next album that I have is actually the Dancing Machine album by the Jackson 5. I like this album a lot. It has songs like Life of the Party, Whatever You Got I Want, Dancing Machine of course, and one of my favorites ever, I Am Love. If you don't know the song I Am Love, you better figure it out and listen to it because it is golden, you guys. To me, this is just one of the greatest songs that the Jackson 5 did that showcases both Jermaine and Michael Jackson's strengths. I love it. I love the Jackson 5 era, but I love how Michael Jackson has his solo, Jermaine has his solo, and you could really see, you could really experience that juxtaposition of the 2 voices and how they both come together and make this track just like a total banger. It's just, it's so much fun to listen to, you guys. It starts off slow, but you gotta listen to I Am Love. Comment down below if you're also a lover of this song like I am. I'm just so passionate about I Am Love, and I want all you guys to listen to it. So if you have listened to it and you love it, comment down below and let me know I'm not the only one. And if you haven't, go listen to it and come back and comment and let me know what you guys think. All right, so on the topic of the Jackson 5, I also have this Jackson 5, sorry, I'm like sitting on the uncomfortable part of the chair. The Jackson 5 Christmas album. The Jackson 5 Christmas album actually was a really, really big hit, and it's got lots of classic songs. You guys probably know Mommy's Kissing Santa Claus and so many other hits. Up on the Housetop, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, the Christmas song, Give Love on Christmas Day. The Jackson 5 of the Stevie Wonder song, Someday at Christmas, is also amazing. I just absolutely love the Jackson 5 Christmas album, and so I had to have it. I actually had another copy over there, and I think that one is messed up, but this one is pretty nice. And this is, oh, it's got a scratch on it, but it's an original from back in the day. This is not a reprint as far as I know, and it's in pretty good condition. So yes, definitely go and pick that up. They've also got like new versions of the album at Urban Outfitters and places like that, but I will try to link this down below if you want like the reprinted new version. I believe that it might sound a little crisper, but I kind of like the way that the old vinyls sound anyway. All right, now on to a more recent purchase. This was given to me for Christmas by my dad a couple years back. This is the 25th anniversary of Thriller. This is just the straight up Thriller album. And this is a picture disc. So the cool thing about this is you have the photo of Michael in Thriller, as well as the photo of him for the cover of the cover of the album, excuse me. And it's cool because you can kind of watch the record play with the little picture on it. And I think that's cool. I think I just picked this up because I actually have never had a Thriller record. I've never had it on vinyl, so that's why I decided to ask for that for Christmas. Also, going into Michael Jackson's solo, we have the original Off the Wall. Off the Wall was a monumental, groundbreaking album. You guys know I had to have this, and this is in really good condition. I have no idea if this is a reprint or what this is. No, it's 1979 at the back, so this is an original. I love, love, love the glowing feet at the back. And comment down below if you guys know the history of this. Like, why did Michael Jackson change the cover? Because now if you go and buy the Off the Wall album, you'll never see this picture. It's a totally different picture, and I want to know if Michael ever spoke to that, because I've always wondered. But on to the next album. This is an album that I purchased recently. This is a reprint. This is one of the re-releases of Moving Violation. This has one of my favorite Jackson 5 songs ever on it, perhaps my very favorite, called Forever Came Today. It's just a masterpiece. Also comes with this really cool sleeve. It's got like this old Motown fan club insert reprint, and very cool color. It's like a light yellow pastel color. You could see it more closely here. Every time I bring it up to the camera, it doesn't focus, but this is a really cool album. They re-released all the Jackson 5 albums pretty recently, so if you're looking for like a new copy, something really cool, lots of different colors, definitely check that out online. I think Amazon has them. Any of your local music stores should have them if you want to support your local businesses. That's where I got this. I believe me and Gadget Trish, my friend, went to go shop for vinyls, and we came across this and I couldn't resist. I was like, ooh, yellow, I want it. Also, I wanted to show this to you guys because I guess I took this off of the front with the plastic and I stuck it on an index card, but it says limited edition 2,000 copies yellow vinyl, one pressing. So there's only 2,000 copies of this, so if you can get your hands on that, I definitely recommend it, because if you don't have the album already and you don't have or care to get an original version, why not get this? It's a cool collector's item. Okay, so next I have this album. This is One Day in Your Life album. This was a release from the Motown record label after Michael Jackson found his success solo on Epic Records. And this includes some songs like It's Too Late to Change the Time, You Are There, Take Me Back, I'll Come Home to You, and She Wrote, Dear Michael. I love that song. So yeah, I like this. It's really cool to hear Michael Jackson sing as an adolescent, young adult, teen. it's just a really interesting time for his voice, and you get to hear kind of his voice maturing, and I think that's just such an awesome gift, you guys, as a Michael Jackson fan, to be able to hear his voice go through so many different phases and changes. It's like, you know, I'm sure a lot of fans of other artists wish that they could hear those types of transformations, and so I always love listening back to some of those songs, and I feel like I actually relate to a lot of those songs really a lot more than some other ones too. So the Motown sound is always in my heart. So next up we have a double picture disc. Yes, we have the History album. Very, very cool. You guys could see it's 2 discs because there were 2 sides to the History CD. But with this, it's actually not like the greatest hits and all that. It's only like disc 2 content. It's History Continues. So it's got like Scream, They Don't Care About Us, Little Susie, Tabloid Junkie, Too Bad, all of that History. And I'm gonna actually take the records out so I could show you. But I received this, I believe this was from Trish as well. I believe this was from Trish, yeah. She gave this to me for my birthday, or for my birthday a couple years back. So this is really cool. You can see that's from the History music video. Or teaser rather. This is the album cover. See what this next one is. And by the way, you guys, I'm sorry if I'm not treating the vinyls like very delicately. I'm kind of one of those people that is not very delicate with my stuff, so I apologize if I offend anyone. But this is a picture from Scream, the music video. And then also there's the MJ logo, the original MJ logo, which I love, and I have no idea why they discontinued using that. They use like that other logo, and that other logo to me is just not Michael. I don't really associate that with Michael. Maybe that's something that they created because it's like the estate, and now it's like a different logo just to symbolize like that this is the work of the MJ estate and not really living Michael Jackson anymore. But I was never a fan of that logo. I really loved this original logo that was on like the History album and stuff. So that's that. Next, I have this copy of the Jacksons Live. This album is damaged, so that's why I have it in here. You guys could see I bought this secondhand, and it was only like $8, but I really wanted it. The actual records are in really great condition. I've told stories about this before, you guys, but when I was younger and I was living with my parents, I would always hang out with my dad in the basement, and we would always listen to his turntables down there, and we would talk about music and listen to the Jacksons Live, and he would put this on for me, and one time he was like, close your eyes, and we turn off the lights and just imagine that you're there, and it really just took me to another place. So I have a lot of love for the Jacksons Live album, and it just means so much to me. Actually, a lot of times I think what tour I would love to go to, and most often I really think that it would have been Triumph, because I have like, you know, we don't really have a clear visual of it, but we have these amazing audio clips from the show by way of the Jacksons Live album, and I just would have loved to be there. It seems like it was such an electrifying show. So that's that. That's probably one of my favorite albums out of this whole collection here. Now we're gonna get into another Jacksons album, which is the Jacksons Victory album. Not sure why I didn't have this for such a long time, but I recently got this like within the last year. And this has State of Shock, Wait, Torture, and what else? The Hurt, One More Chance, Be Not Always, Always, Be Not Always. I love that song. Produced by Michael Jackson. A lot of these songs are produced by Michael. State of Shock, actually no, 2 of them are. State of Shock and Be Not Always, but those actually happen to be 2 of my favorites. And if you open this, is there anything on the inside? Yes, there is. One of these amazing pictures of the Jackson brothers. Gotta show love to the Jackson brothers. All 6 of you guys are icons, and I love you guys. And if you guys are ever watching the channel, want to come on? Come chat with me. I would love to. That's actually something I'm like manifesting and working up the courage to try and pitch, because I would love to talk to the Jacksons. So next up, speaking of the Jacksons, this is probably my second favorite album in my collection after the Jacksons Live album, and it's this Jackson 5 anthology. This is like the motherlode of all of the greatest hits of the Jackson 5. If you don't get anything else today that I told you about, get this. If you're looking for something Jackson 5 to add to your collection. It's just such a great collection of songs, And it's a great introduction to the Jackson 5 if you only know the basics like I Want You Back and ABC. This has Ben, That's How Love Goes, Love Don't Want to Leave, Looking Through the Windows, Little Bitty Pretty One, Skyrider, Whatever You Got I Want, Dancing Machine, Just a Little Bit of You, I Am Love that I told you about before, Forever Came Today, Going Back to Indiana, Maybe Tomorrow, Rockin' Robin. So much on here. This is an amazing album for anyone to have, so I highly recommend this. I got this on eBay. I think I got it for like 50 bucks, and it's in immaculate condition for the fact that it came out in 1976. So go and pick that up. I'm getting down to the wire here, guys. I have the E.T. storybook, which a good friend of mine so nicely sold to me when she was getting rid of some of her collection. She was selling some of her stuff, and she was like, do you know anyone that wants the E.T. storybook? And I was like, I do. I don't think I ever really went over this with you guys. I think I introduced you guys to this in like my bedroom tour for my old apartment, but it's got like the actual storybook so you could read along, and Michael's narrating. Let's see if I can get the album out. I don't know if it's going to be anything too special. Oh yeah, it is actually. It's got Michael and E.T. on there. You guys could probably see. And then we have this frightening poster. If you guys don't know, I actually was always frightened of E.T., but we have this poster inside. Really great quality. Not sure if that'll ever be hung anywhere near me, but I love it, and I love this album, and I think it's such a great collector's item. And I would love to just zone out and listen to that and fall asleep one night. I think I have done that in the past, and it's actually really relaxing. So now on to the smaller records. I forgot what these are called. Are these 45s? I think they're the smaller ones. So let's get into these. I have Dancing Machine. I have Get on the Floor single. The other side of it is Beat It. Interesting, seeing as those are from two separate albums. Working Day and Night. The other side is Rock With You. Here's another Get on the Floor and Off the Wall. Oh, maybe that was maybe that was two albums? I'm so confused. Okay, this is Get on the Floor with the B-side being Beat It. And there's another one that's Off the Wall and Get on the Floor. Okay, I'll take it. And then I have, what is this? This is not Michael Jackson, so I don't know why that's in my collection. I have a couple more, you guys, to go. I have the Gone Too Soon single dedicated to Ryan White. Side 1 is just a regular song. Side 2 is an instrumental. I have Black or White. This has just also the same thing, the song, and the other side is the instrumental. These are 45, so they have a lot shorter playing time, you guys, if you guys are new to vinyl. This is Will You Be There? And let me see what is in here. It's interesting, you guys. Side 2 is Girlfriend. Yes, like Girlfriend from Off the Wall. Interesting, huh? That they would take something from a whole new album and put it back, or a whole different album rather, and put it on the back of that. This is Heal the World. This is the prelude to Heal the World. And then prelude with Heal the World rather. Okay, the 7-inch edit, that's on side A, and then on side B is She Drives Me Wild. This is pretty cool. It has that whole intro, you know, with the little girl talking, and I think that's what it is. I haven't listened to that in a long time. But my last album in my vinyl collection is going to be Give In To Me. Michael and Slash on the front. And Give In To Me album version, and side 2 is Dirty Diana from the Bad album. So that is my total vinyl collection, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are looking for any other vinyls or anything like that, I highly recommend eBay. I recommend Mercari. I recommend going to your local vinyl shops. And if I have any new links to vinyls or repressings, reprintings, I'll definitely link them down below. Comment down below what your favorite item from here is. If you have anything on your bucket list or wish list, comment down below and let me know what it is. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite vinyl is out of your collection. And I will see you guys in the...
Hello, what is up, everyone? Today we are going to be looking at my Michael Jackson tour book collection. Alright, you guys, so I am thinking that I'm going to go in reverse order of what I have. I don't have every single Michael Jackson tour book, and I will you'll see which one I don't have and you'll be surprised by it. But this is my History World tour book, and I'm actually starting the video off wearing a Michael Jackson History World tour sweatshirt. Funny story about this, I don't know if you guys can check out the back there. I won this on an auction a long time ago. It was one of the first eBay wars I was ever in, and I won this for like 90 bucks. And I think that's a pretty good deal because I don't see this online often. So, yeah. So let's start off with the history tour book. One of the reasons why I love this book is because it's really big. It's one of the biggest tour books. It might be the biggest in terms of dimensions in my collection, and I love it because the photos are really bright, they're really bold and beautiful, and let's take a look inside. There is a really nice story about Michael Jackson here. Not a story, but kind of like a biographical overview of his career. It starts off by saying Michael Jackson is called the King of Pop. He comes by the title honestly, the old-fashioned way. He earned it. Woo, that actually gave me the chills, you guys, because it's just really cool to look back. And speaking of looking back, I love how the history tour book goes all the way back into time, and why it wouldn't be history without going back into time, right? I'm gonna hold it a little bit closer, but it basically, it shows a lot of fan love, people holding up signs, "We love you, Michael." And then there's this letter that was written to the president. "Dear President Clinton, please make guns be against the law. Make there be no pollution. Make countries stop fighting. Make there be lower taxes. Stop the reporters from bothering Michael Jackson. Make there be more laws." And this is from a boy named Dominic at the age of 7. And I just noticed while I was reading this to you guys, it's from Dominic Cassio. The other cool thing about this book is that it talks about the history album. Obviously, this history tour was done right after the history album came out, so it also serves as a promotional booklet for that as well. It talks about the different arrangements, it talks about the different artists that are on here, it talks about Earth Song, it talks about all the songs, but there's a part that I love here where it discusses Earth Song. It says, in stark contrast, comparing it to this time around, Earth Song is an expansive melodic opus that begins softly enough before giving way to an insistent gothic rock tinged chorus. And of course that must be about the part, "What about yesterday?" Like, I love that, you know? When I think about rock tinged, that comes to mind for sure. So yeah, it's just got these really nice photos from a lot of the different eras. And of course, when we flip all the way to the back, we see the album track list. We see Michael Jackson's a list of all of his previous albums from Epic Records and all of the tour, history tour credits. Of course, it has like tour production, makeup, wardrobe, styling, keyboards, all administration, communications, and everything like that. So this is the history tour book. Now you guys, please don't be too disappointed in me, but I do not have a Dangerous tour book. The Dangerous tour book has been the most difficult thing for me to find online in terms of one that's affordable and that's good quality. If you guys have a Dangerous tour book that you're willing to get rid of or that you've seen online that's affordable and in good quality, let me know because your girl would love to add it to her collection. Alright, so next is my favorite tour book of all of them, and that's going to be the Bad tour book. Now the Bad tour book is really unique to me because it's got a theme of like cutouts. So you can see even the way that this opens, Michael is like kind of cut out in a way. And then it opens up to this beautiful, beautiful portrait of Michael Jackson, one of my favorites from the 80s. And we'll just go through this as we've gone through the other ones. Here is another cutout. I just think it's a really, really cool, it's a cool theme to have. Here we have the Leave Me Alone that's been kind of cut out, silhouetted, put on top of another photo of Michael Jackson. Silhouette again. The little piece about here, in here about Frank DeLeo, which was Michael Jackson's manager at the time. You can see him here and here. I think this picture has always just been really, really cool. There you go with some more photos. Isn't it crazy how like people were standing in the crowds back then? Like, I've been to a lot of concerts. I'm a concert lover. I've seen Michael Jackson once. I've seen the Jacksons several times. I've seen other artists that I love, and after after a while, I'm like ready to sit down. You know, when they have like their little costume change, or they go behind the stage for a little bit. Even when they sing ballads, I'm like, all right, time for me to sit down. So I cannot imagine the amount of strength and the amount of like stamina it would have taken for me to go to a bad tour or like a dangerous tour, one of the stadium tours where you had to be standing up. Like I assume that everyone in the stands was in the stands and that's where they were, but I'm positive that my friends and I would have wanted to be down as far as we could be, but as close as we could be to the stage. So yeah, when I see pictures like this, I'm just like, wow, you know, I can't believe that people stood up for hours like that to see Michael Jackson do his thing. I just think it's so inspiring. And I would say this is kind of like an ode to New York, because you've got this bad video artwork. I don't know if I'm stretching long enough so you guys can see, but I just think that that's really neat. So yeah, that's pretty much the bad tour book. Again, you've got the credits in the back, and you've got, of course, the pour behind the tour, a Pepsi ad. As you guys probably know, Michael Jackson's tours were sponsored by Pepsi for a lot of his career. The Victory Tour, the Bad Tour, the Dangerous Tour, I'm not sure what else, but go Pepsi. Alright you guys, so let's jump right on into the next one, and that is the Jackson's Victory Tour book. Now, just to give you guys some context, for those of you that might not know, the Bad Tour was Michael Jackson's first solo tour. Michael Jackson had 3 solo tours, Bad, Dangerous, and History, and the ones previously that were done were with his brothers, the Jacksons. For those of you that don't have the context for that, Michael Jackson was part of a group with his brothers as a child called the Jackson 5, and then they moved on to Epic Records in 1976, and they were from then on called the Jacksons. Jermaine was out, Randy was in. Alright, let's get into it. So you guys can probably see from the timing that this was done in the Thriller era. Yes, the Jackson's Victory Tour was done right around the time of both Thriller and the Victory album. This was produced by the Jacksons themselves, and it was presented by Don King and Joseph and Catherine Jackson. So I thought that was interesting. Here you have this entire page of, you know, the Jackson signatures, and then it talks about the Jacksons' success. I like it. It really points out some really cool things that they've achieved, that the Jacksons are an American success story in the truest sense of that expression. Their father was a Gary, Indiana steelworker when they began their recording career. By the time they were all teenagers, they were one of the few black groups to achieve teen idol status. And again, whenever I read stuff like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that the Jacksons have achieved so much, you know? It always gets me kind of teary-eyed, especially around this time of year. You guys forgive me. So that's the front of the tour book. This is also, I've kind of lost its binding, so some of the sheets are kind of falling out here. I don't know why it's not focus on me. It's focusing on Michael here, which is fine, but I want you guys to be able to see my face clearly as well. So here we just have pictures of each of the brothers. You've got Michael here first, you've got Jermaine, you've got Jackie, Tito, which now I'm realizing, and this is so cool that I'm going through this, you guys, because I haven't gone through these books. I don't really sit down and like look through tour books because they're mostly photos. Oh my gosh, I just realized something, and I love going through this with you guys because check this out. This photo of Tito is actually including his sons, Terrell, TJ, and Taj. Then we go on to Marlon, Randy. I'm sorry you guys, this is like falling apart. And then we've got these cool pictures with them with the sports car on the beach somewhere. And yeah, now we go in the back, and this is a stadium tour, you guys, so I thought that this was really cool. This just shows the Stadium Management Corporation, national promoter of the Jacksons Victory Tours, and the Jacksons sold out so many stadiums, you guys. It was crazy how amazing that is. Again, this was the last Jacksons tour that they did together. The last time they were on stage pretty much all together, I think until actually 2001 when I went to go see them with all 6 brothers. So it says, Pepsi-Cola is proud to bring you the tour America's thirsting for, the Jacksons. Yes, I'm still thirsting for it all these years later. Alright, you guys, and here we have the Jacksons Triumph Tour. And the Triumph Tour is like I would say my favorite tour, I think, besides Dangerous, of course. But if somebody gave me a time machine, I legit would be like torn between the Triumph tour and Dangerous, because Triumph, I just feel like Michael was so high energy and he was just so excited, and it just really shows on stage. This was after the Triumph album and also the Off the Wall album. Pre-Thriller, pre-Victory album, yeah. So this also starts off with a little background of the Jacksons. Love these photos. One of the things I really love about this tour book is that Michael and each of the brothers have a little section where they've written things about themselves. Like Michael says, I sing up front and more people know my name because I'm up front and they want to know who that person is. Sometimes it's hard for me to meet new people because they do have this image of me and it's not really who I am. So often I'm shy around strangers, but it's something I work on, and it's basically in my nature to be friendly to people. And I also love reading things that are pretty much from the past, because it kind of tells you where the group's head was at and how they saw their own future. Here Michael talks about what he'd like the group to get into. I'd like the group to get into films, maybe direct a movie someday, because I always have a lot of ideas. And we know, a lot of us fans know that Michael had wanted to get into films for a long time, and that's what he wanted to pursue before he passed away. These are just some of the little anecdotes from each of the brothers. Jackie, Tito, Marlon, Randy here, and then they've just got some really cool pictures. Picture of Michael with John Travolta. Trivia, Grease is like my second favorite movie of all time. My first is The Wizard of Oz, so me seeing John Travolta and Michael Jackson in the same photo is like amazing for me. You've got Michael and Paul McCartney, just some other photos from the tour, and then again when we get to the back, oh, look at the Disney pictures. When we get to the back, we're just going over merchandising, photo credits. Interestingly enough, they did not have anything about the tour production credits or anything in here, but the back has this cool Epic Records advertisement, and it says, after the encores, there's more, much, much more. The Jacksons' Destiny, Michael Jackson Off the Wall, the Jacksons' Triumph on Epic Records and tapes. And speaking of Destiny, let's get into the last tour book. Here is my Jacksons' Destiny tour book. Now this tour book, ironically enough, is not that hard to find. You can find this on eBay for a couple dollars. I think I got this for like 10 bucks a while ago. Now this is a little bit more wordy. If you are interested in learning more about each brother and about their history, this would definitely be the book for you. It has anecdotes from each of the brothers. We've got Randy, we've got Jackie, Tito, Michael, which I love this photo shoot. Michael Jackson here is talking about The Wiz. Doing The Wiz was an incredible experience. It was always something I wanted to do because I'd always loved the movie and I always fell in love with the Scarecrow. I saw the play 6 times. I'll do other parts if I like the script as I did with this. Here is a photo of the iconic Jacksons. We then have just a little bit of their history, photos and history, Jacksons in concert, the Jacksons with all their, well, not all of their siblings, but it's most of them, the 3 sisters and everybody except for Jermaine when they did the Jacksons TV show. And we've got all their different awards, which I think was really cool that they included this. I kind of want to like fold this over, but I don't want to mess it up. You've got the Roots Image Awards, Billboard 1972, Billboard 1972, NAACP Awards, Black Caucus Awards, the Key to the City of Gary, Indiana in 1971, the Key to the City of Buffalo, the Key to the City of Philadelphia. Like, they've really got all their achievements here, and I just think it's beautiful, you guys. I love the Jacksons, and I just love their messages of positivity, you know, thinking about their music and everything. It's just beautiful what they were able to come from. And also there is a Epic Records advertisement on the back of this as well. After 10 years, their destiny is just beginning. How true is that? Alright you guys, so that is it. That is my Michael Jackson tour book collection. Let's get into it. So I think I'm gonna start with the magazines first since they're right here. So first I have this Vibe magazine. This I believe is from 1995. This is a classic. You know, who doesn't love the Michael Jackson in, I forgot even what he's wearing, but I know he's got like some FUBU on, some classic. This is a classic hip-hop staple magazine. I love the Michael Jackson spread. Here he is with Quincy Jones in the background, who was also in charge. He was also, I believe, one of the founders of Vibe magazine with his daughter. I think this is Kidada, one of his daughters. There's got a quote from Lisa Marie Presley. It's really, really nice. I love this magazine, and I fought tooth and nail for this on eBay back in the day. And yeah, my favorite magazine in my collection, hands down. A US magazine, Our Brothers Michael. This is kind of like a tabloid, but I don't know why I have it. But anyway, it's all ripped up. This is a Mojo magazine. This is from December of 2001. This is like around the Invincible era this came out. And I really, really do love like just the pictures and stuff, and the article is not the greatest, but I like how it goes over some of his earlier recordings here. They talk about like the Jackson 5. So cool magazine, not so cool article. So this is a People magazine from February of 1984, right after his Pepsi accident when his hair caught on fire. This is basically just explaining the story and what happened, and it shows him with the bandage over his head. So I picked this up on eBay years ago as well. This is an article from Condé Nast. It was about some of his items being on auction, and I just have it in this like little file folder. This is a book called Forever Love. This is like a children's book by Brenda Jenkins, and it's really cute, you know? It talks about how he hosted thousands of sick kids at Neverland. It's got cute illustrations. Oh, it has him hugging Jesus. That's cute. So yeah, it's a nice book. I'm not sure, I believe I received that as a gift as well. This is a magazine, Michael's World from Newsweek. This is from September 1993. It says, is he dangerous or just off the wall? Frankly, I'm not sure. I think it's a question for the ages. I've got this XXL magazine. Am I the only one that bought like, so this is a gift from one of my friends, but am I the only one that like bought a lot of those like tribute type of magazines after he passed? This is a People tribute, Remembering Michael. Now this is one of my favorites because it has beautiful pictures. It has amazing like recap of his life. Like what I love about a lot of these is that like these tribute articles, when he first passed away, it was a lot of like Michael in his own words, which I love because I feel like when someone passes away, it's sometimes hard to like remember them beyond like your own scope of like how you experience them, you know? But like to see like Michael in so many different eras here, and him talking about himself and his own experiences, and you know, even here they show him visiting the White House, and here with Frank Sinatra, like Lady Diana, like it was a beautiful tribute, and I recommend this to you guys. If you are looking for any Michael Jackson tribute magazines, I would recommend this one. And I'm also going to show you another one that I love. This is the Michael Ebony tribute, Michael Jackson in his own words. And you guys probably know that this is one of the last photo shoots that he did. I'm gonna actually show you the Ebony magazine because I think I have it in this. So this is another Ebony issue. I think this is just, it says commemorative issue, and this is a special tribute issue. So again, this is a regular Ebony magazine, but they've got a lot of pages here dedicated to Michael Jackson, which I think is beautiful. You got the picture of his children. This is Panorama Pepsi Cola International. It looks like it's like almost like a company booklet, but they talk about the Dangerous tour somewhere in here, and that's why, yeah, I see I picked this up for a reason. So this talks about Michael Jackson spells excitement, boosts Pepsi's image, fuels worldwide growth. So again, you know, I know a lot of fans don't like to talk about Pepsi, but this was a monumental kind of endorsement, monumental for Michael Jackson to work with them, monumental for them to work with Michael Jackson. And if you're interested in like hearing me talk about the business side of Michael Jackson, because that's something else that really interests me, let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to delve into that, because I think a lot of times people don't talk enough about Michael Jackson the businessman. He deserves a lot of credit for the way that he he molded his artistry, he molded his personality and his persona for the public, and I think that he was genius in so many ways, and that's also one of them. This is the headliner. This is actually interesting because this is like, oh, I forgot that I had this. Crazy. This is like a little booklet from the Radio City Music Entertainment Center, but again, I did go to the concerts in 2001 in Madison Square Garden, so I'm not sure why this is a Radio City booklet. This is a People magazine, His Life in Pictures. It's got 2 covers, so I can show you here. I have a Newsweek, The Meaning of Michael, which was July 13, 2019. This actually makes me sad, you guys, going through these, because I'm like, oh my gosh, Michael passed away. Entertainment Weekly, A New Look at This Is It. This is also probably from 2009. Yes, October 2009. Another collector's edition magazine. We've got so many of these, you guys. The reason why I like this one, I remember, is because it had really cool articles about different things. So this was like making the greatest music video of all time. They talked to Michael Bush about his costuming. They talk about his greatest hits. They talk about his touring. Like, this is the type of comprehensive recognition that our icon deserves, so I love that. Another People, Michael's Life in Photos. Oh, here's a GQ magazine. The big fall style issue, when Michael was cool, which he still is cool, so I kind of resent that title. Comment down below if you're also guilty of like just picking up whatever Michael Jackson stuff and then you're like, oh wait, this is not nice, and then you're like, dang, I have this magazine, what do I do with it? This is a Right On magazine. They were always in support of Michael Jackson since the beginning, since the Jackson 5 days. Okay, here's another collector's issue. Tribute to the King of Pop. Ooh, these are books. Here's the Ebony magazine, one of my favorites. Iconic, December 2007. I was living in Japan at that time, so I had my parents actually ship this to me. Express, because I was like, I need this in my life, and little did I know how precious it would become. This actually is probably my favorite out of this entire collection. I said that the other vibe was, but I think this vibe is because it reminds me of like high school and like coming of age and like Michael Jackson and just all the amazing things about the Invincible era. Moving on. I don't know what this is because it has no cover. Alright, so this is a US Weekly, but I'm not even going to show it to you guys because it's kind of tabloidy. Here's another New York tabloidy thing. I don't even know why I have some of this. Rolling Stone, Michael Jackson. Is this in Spanish? This is in Spanish, you guys. How cool. I think my friend Jeff gave this to me. So cool. Alright, we're almost down to the end of the magazines. We've got People, His Life in Pictures, and then we've got the special commemorative edition of Time magazine. And in the back, there's an ad by Pepsi that says, "You will always be the king of pop." Okay, so let's get into my tiny magazines and then we're gonna move on to the books. Alright, so here's my collection of TV guides. Or is it? Yeah, I have like several of the same. This is the same issue, but different covers. This is an issue from 1999, which I wasn't the hugest fan of, like the photo shoot here, but I love the content. I love how he talks about, this is like a countdown of the top 100 videos of all time. I love how he talks about Thriller and some of the things that he's looking forward to doing in the future. Alright, we're down to the last two. This is from the 90s, obviously, 1992. Is the TV movie on the Jackson family a whitewash? Okay, no comment. I actually love the movie, so I'm not gonna even comment or open that, but that was TV Guide at the time. And then one of my favorite, cutest little magazines here, it's the Disney Adventures magazine with the 25 things that you probably did not know about Michael Jackson. But if you read it as a fan that's watching my channel, you probably know all of these things about Michael Jackson. But nevertheless, let's take a look inside. Number 4, Michael Jackson is a serious reader. When he was a teenager, some of his favorite books were Rip Van Winkle by Washington Irving, Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach, and The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. If you can't afford to travel, Michael says, you can travel mentally through books. And I think that's a perfect segue into my books. I'm not gonna go too much into depth because I like to do specific videos about books, so I just want to show you guys plain and simple my collection. So let me move some of this stuff over here and let's get started. So the first book is gonna be this book by Stuart Reagan. It is kind of like, it's like a picture book with like some text in it. Very cool because this is a book obviously from the 80s. I don't see the exact date that it came out. Let's see if I can find it. But I like, yeah, 1984. I like to read these kinds of books and just look back because they speak from a different perspective of not retrospect, but like in the moment. So very, very cool. This is the Michael Jackson by Arno Bunny, like photo book. I'm not that big of a fan. I received this as a gift and I'm super grateful, but I'm not like the biggest fan of these pictures. This is one of my favorite books of all time. This is Michael Jackson, the visual documentary. This is like a timeline of the history of Michael Jackson. Up next is, I went to the official exhibition after Michael passed away in Tokyo. They first had it at the O2 and then they had it in Tokyo. So this is the program for some of the items that were there. The Leave Me Alone jet where he was rocking back and forth, chairs from Scream, a smaller history statue, gloves, outfits from This Is It, Neverland, signage, some cars. There were a lot of Michael Jackson items there that they showed, and this book is really cool. Again, I saw this in Tokyo Tower. I believe it was like in 2010 or 11. So I purchased this in Japanese because I'm a student of the language and I thought I would study, and I really haven't, but that's besides the point. Very cool find. This is a book called Michael Jackson, the One and Only. This is a tribute book. Again, one of those books that goes over his life with quotes from other people. This is Michael Jackson, picture book for kids. Actually, I should open this because I'm so curious to know what's inside, and I don't know why it's wrapped up like this. This is like in freaking good condition, you guys. It's like shiny. Oh, this is cool. Let me turn it this way. I feel like I'm a teacher now. Came out in 1984. Oh my gosh, you guys. Dang. This is nice. Okay, this is by Robin Katz. First time I met Michael Jackson. Nice. It's always a plus to like actually get a book made by someone that actually knows or has met Michael. Ooh, fancy. Oh my gosh, I actually love this book. Mostly pictures, but like little anecdotes next to pictures. I feel like this is like a 5th or 6th grade level. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe a little bit earlier. But I like this book. I'm gonna put this back in the wrapping. I'm gonna save this for like my kids when they get older. You wanna read about Michael Jackson? No, Mom, we hear about him every day already. So here is another book that is in my collection that I treasure a lot. This is the Music Icons Julian Auctions book for that. This is a Jackson 5 Motown Anthology piano and vocal chords. Ooh. This is Joe Jackson's book, Precious Moments. This is his book. I purchased it a little bit before he passed away. It actually doesn't have that many words in it. It's more of like a photo book, and it talks about like his different relationships with his kids and stuff. A lot more of the later years. He's got a picture with Paris and Blanket, and it's very sweet, you know? King of Style, excuse me, by Michael Bush, Dressing Michael Jackson. Here is The Making of Thriller. This is by Douglas Kirkland, and the coolest thing about this is this, like, I don't know if it's 3D or whatever it is, but it's like this thing where Michael goes from nice Michael to zombie Michael, nice Michael to zombie Michael, and it's really cool. Never Can Say Goodbye, Catherine's Archives. A lot of people don't know about this, but Catherine Jackson wrote a book. And there was also a DVD, and it was really good, and she had lots of never before seen pictures in here. And this is one of my favorites, and I don't know why. Like all the brothers in black here, really, really iconic. This is a book called Michael Jackson, The Man in the Mirror. It's an illustrated book. Let's see the inside. I think I have I have 2 versions of this. I have 2 versions. I got a small version and a big one. Not sure why, but I do. I have this book, Humanitarian by Paul Dwyer. Go out and get this book if you're a Michael Jackson fan and you want to know about Michael Jackson and what he did for the world. Now let's go to the little books down here while I'm in this section. Mark Bago, this is Michael by Mark Bago. This is On the Road with Michael, also by Mark Bago. Books are really important to read if you're interested in how Michael was received in the 80s. This is like, and how, not only how he was received, you know, but what the future, what everybody was expecting of him. This is Michael Jackson, The Jackson Family, A Complete Guide to the Music by Jeff Brown. This is another book, The Jacksons, My Family, or My Family, The Jacksons, excuse me, by Katherine Jackson, Michael Jackson's mother. This is the book that American Dream was based upon. A lot of people don't know that, so I like it. It's got some Jackson Family tea in here too, if you're interested in any of that. The Michael Jackson Story by Nelson George. The totally unauthorized Michael Jackson trivia book. I got this as a birthday present, and I actually enjoyed doing trivia with you guys a few times with this book. So leave me a comment down below if you want to see some more of that. Michael Jackson Treasures. This book is cool because it actually features like some pages that have, I don't know how to explain it, but it's, let's see, memorabilia and photos. So they're like reproductions of certain things. So on that page, I think this was a press release from CBS about Thriller. In the Studio with Michael Jackson by Bruce Swedien. Very technical, talks a lot about being in the studio with Michael Jackson on the 3 albums, or actually more of the albums, excuse me. He worked on with Michael on Off the Wall, Thriller, Dangerous, Bad, History, Invincible, Victory, and The Wiz, so he's got a lot of insight. Go and check that out if you're interested in any of that. Michael Jackson, Dancing the Dream. This is Michael Jackson, which is another picture book, which my kids will be forced to read because this is like 2nd grade, 3rd grade reading level. Oh yeah, we're saving that for the future. So the visual documentary, this is an earlier version of the book that I just showed you. Again, very cool timeline. Let's Make History by Bryce Nahar. Very, very cool book. I have a video about this. All right, Michael Jackson Before He Was King by Todd Gray. The Jacksons Legacy. You must go and get this book if you guys want to know anything about the Jacksons. This is memories of the brothers. It interviews all of the brothers. Well, excuse me, it doesn't interview all of them. It's Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon. Whenever they discuss a certain topic, they will pull from his autobiography, which of course is right here. This is Michael Jackson's autobiography, Moonwalk. Everybody should go out and get this. If you have not read this, I highly recommend it. It's not going to be like some really, really detailed thing about his life, but he does talk a lot in generalities, but I also find that Michael addresses some things that we never really remember that he actually addressed. Like he talks here about like recording songs on like the Jacksons album and on Destiny, and a lot of times when I was doing my album reviews, I would go back to Moonwalk and I would be like, oh, Michael felt that way about that song? Okay. Or, yeah, this is why I like that song, or this is why I don't. It makes sense because Michael didn't really feel like it was a Jackson's vibe. And yeah, so awesome, awesome book. I highly recommend this too. Here's the J. Randy Tarbarelli, very infamous book, The Magic, the Madness, the Whole Story. I personally like the version in the 90s that I read in the library when I was a kid. Don't know much about this one. I have it, but I have to be honest with you guys, I have not read the end because to me it's just too sad. And it's a lot of hearsay, but this is an iconic book. If you want to read about Michael Jackson from the beginning to the end, also pick this up, but you have to remember that you have to take everything with a grain of salt because these people were not there. And some of the stories that he tells, I'm like, how does he know that, you know? So you really have to take everything with a grain of salt, but if you do want to read about Michael Jackson, you might want to pick this up. Michael Jackson Behind the Mask. This is about Michael Jackson's body language and non-verbal communication. Really cool, interesting book. Remember the Time Protecting Michael Jackson in His Final Days, aka The Bodyguard book. The Michael Jackson Tapes. LaToya Jackson Starting Over. Shout out to LaToya. She was very, very kind when I met her. She signed my book here in this side. And then also here is Jermaine's book, and it's all marked up with all different post-its because he actually, he signed this, but then I used this for my article when I wrote an article on MJFANGIRL.com about the relationship between the brothers and about their kind of rivalry on Motown when they were both releasing back-to-back solo albums in conjunction with Jackson 5 albums. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely go check that out. I'll link that, I'll put that
the link to MJ Fangirl here. It's always here in the description box, and then you can just search Jermaine and the article will come up. I think you guys will enjoy it.
Hey guys, what's up? You may be wondering why I'm not wearing a Michael Jackson t-shirt. Well, to be honest, you guys, I did laundry, and today I'm gonna be showing you my Michael Jackson t-shirt collection. Michael Jackson Funko Pop doll. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. You are now watching MJ Fangirl TV.
Girl, you got to know. We can touch the sky like it's free.
Alright you guys, so let's first start off with this Funko Pop. I am really excited. If you guys did not know, Funko Pop is a line of toys. They're like collectible toys, okay? It almost reminds me of how the Beanie Babies were back in the day. Hopefully I'm not aging myself, but Beanie Babies were like similar. They were really like stuffed animals kind of created for kids, and then they just became like all the rage, and people of all ages, adults started collecting them, and they were very expensive, some of them. You could not find them. They were like limited edition. People would pay like thousands for them on eBay, and Funko Pop is similar. And for the longest time, you guys, there were no Michael Jackson Funko Pops that you could find online that were affordable because they kind of retired the initial ones that they released. And so now I'm excited because they actually released a whole new line of Michael Jackson ones. Actually, I only know of two. I'm gonna look it up to see what I can find on that, but I actually only purchased two. One of them arrived earlier this week, and you probably have seen it on other YouTube channels already if you're on top of it. But if you guys have not seen it yet, I'll be excited to share this with you guys for the first time. I'm gonna do an unboxing of the bad, should have had it up here, of the bad Funko Pop doll. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I actually bought my Funko Pops from Hot Topic. Oops, let me actually show you guys. It just comes in a box like this. If you ordered online, I bought mine from HotTopic.com. I pre-ordered it. I think it was like in May, and now we are in July. So it finally arrived. This is what it looks like out of the box, or out of the initial box. Okay, so this is a pop album, which, oh my gosh, I'm looking at the front. Okay, let me show you guys the back first. Okay, so this is obviously like a little preview of what the doll looks like. Yeah, there we go. As well as the Michael Jackson Bad album. You see it says number 56. Again, like I said, these are all collectibles. I'm not sure if this is like 56 in, I think it might be 56 in the Pop Albums lineup. But you'll see the side, kind of reminiscent of the Bad album print. Same thing here, and ta-da! Here it is in all of its glory. Let me get behind it. I just want to make sure that it focuses, you guys. Alright, so here it is. This is the Bad Michael Jackson Funko Pop. And I'm going to try to get really close up so you guys could see. You guys, the thing about the Funko Pops is there's so much detail that goes into them. Like, look at the detail on the jacket and stuff, as well as like his hair. It's just funny because they all have like these like faces that don't really have many features on them, but it still looks like Michael somehow, which is crazy. I'm not going to actually take the doll out of the box because, like I said, these are collectible items, and so although most things I take out of the box, I'm going to stop myself right here because, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's really cool. It's already in like a little display case. So I'm going to leave it in this box, and I'll just display it on my shelf back there. And you guys, I have a surprise because guess what? I shopped for two. This is for one of you guys. So what I need you to do, I'm going to be giving this away because I really appreciate you guys. You guys have stood by me. In my lapse of like not really producing that many videos, and you guys are just still here in full force, and I appreciate you guys so much. So I did buy this to give away to one of you guys. All you have to do is, number one, be subscribed to the channel. Number two, like this video. And also, number three, put down in the comments, let me see, what are we gonna put? All right, your comment, anywhere in your comment, if you write the words Dirty Diana, I will choose anybody whose comment says Dirty Diana, and out of that I'll select one of you randomly, and you gotta stay tuned to your YouTube notifications, so I will comment back to you and let you know that you won. This giveaway will go on for the next 3 days, and after 3 days I will pick a winner. So thank you guys again for checking out this Funko Pop. Hope you guys win your own. And now let's get into the rest of my doll collection. Guys, so the first doll actually was gifted to my husband and I on our wedding. A friend found this in like a friend of a friend's attic or something like that, and it was a fully intact Michael Jackson doll from 1984. This is the Thriller doll from the lineup of dolls. Let's see if there we go. From the lineup of dolls that was released in 1984 by the company LJN. They released, I believe it was 3 versions: Beat It, Billie Jean, Thriller, and the AMA costume. And I actually have the AMA one, so I'm going to be showing you guys that next. But love the detail on this. I love that it comes with a stand. It has Michael and his penny loafers, the glitter socks. Really, they should be sequins, but it's like glitter. But it's, hey, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's like a children's toy. And then the leather jacket as well as a microphone. I will say one thing about this is that the face doesn't really look too much like Michael to me, but I think it's still a really cool representation of him. And, you know, it really goes to show you how influential he was at the time. Not everybody gets a doll. Not now, and definitely not in 1984. So, yeah, it's got fully movable arms. Or is it movable? No, this one's bent. They're both bent just like how they are. And the legs are movable, so he can do his little moonwalk. Okay, let me show you guys the next one. Alright, so this is actually the same doll, but it's in a different box. This is the American Music Awards outfit. So it says, and I will actually read you guys the side of this because that gives a little bit more insight into the product. Fully posable, authentic stage outfit, recreate his famous dance steps, glittering magic glove, microphone, and posing stand included. So again, really the only difference here is the outfit. And I love it because it really is very true to the real outfit. I actually have seen this jacket in person. And I believe it's actually, there we go. I believe it's actually in Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. If you go to the MJ1 store, which many of you might be going this summer for the MJ Sapphire celebration. If you guys did not know, just quickly about that, Michael Jackson's birthday, August 29th, they always do a celebration in the Mandalay Bay Hotel and in Las Vegas, where the Michael Jackson 1 Cirque du Soleil show is. This year would be the anniversary of his 65th birthday, and so they're doing something called the Sapphire celebration. If you were on my channel several years ago, you saw that I went to the Diamond celebration, which was 5 years ago, and that was amazing. That was like the anniversary of him would have turned 60, and they had a party and they had like all these events. It was so much fun. But anyway, so if you guys are interested in that, definitely check out, I think it's on Facebook. If you look up Facebook Michael Jackson Sapphire event, you can look that up and figure out a way to make yourself available there if you're in the area or if you are close by, because I hear it's really good. I have never been up until this point, so can't vouch for that personally, but I have heard from a lot of people that it's an amazing celebration. So anyway, back to the doll. So yeah, it says that the doll has like a twisting, turning waist, and many other authentic Michael Jackson outfits are available from LJN, including Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean. Collect them all. So yeah, this is another doll that I love. Gonna stay in its box probably forever. It's in great condition. I mean, I would say that it's pretty great, you know? Oh, look at this, $2. You know what? I think this might have been like a thrift store find. I don't remember how we got this. Or was it this one that we were gifted and this one that I was sent? I think it was this one that we were gifted, and this one was sent to me by a fellow Michael Jackson fan that watched the channel and was downsizing her collection. So thank you again to you. Hey guys, so here, this is a Pop Rock Funko Pop number 24. This is Licensed Bravado from 2011, and this is the Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal Funko Pop, which I think is really, really, really cute. It, again, like for some reason it looks like Michael, even though all these dolls have like the same facial, I believe they all have like that same mold, really, that rounded face and then the eyes. But for some reason they actually look like the people, which I think is brilliant. Let's get a little bit closer here. You could see he has the white fedora, the curls in front of his eyes, the blue and white signature outfit, as well as, okay, so something about this is off, I realize. Oh no, it's not. It's accurate. That's so cool. I was thinking that the armband was in the wrong spot, but nope, it's in the right spot. And then Michael is here. Let's see if I can get that to focus off of me. There we go. Michael's there doing his lean, and then you can see the Funko Pop on the sides here as well as here. So yeah, for the longest time, I actually received this as a gift, and for the longest time people were like, oh, can I get that Funko Pop? And I actually look online and I see this now for like $20 on eBay. So I don't know if the value has gone down, but for several years they were very, very high demand. I would recommend that you actually visit my friend Gadget Trish's channel, because that she'll probably be able to give you guys a little bit of a closer look at a lot of the dolls and collectibles that have come out in the last several years. Actually, she might have re-uploaded that to her new channel, which is called I Love the Jackson Family. But anyway, if you look up Gadget Trish Michael Jackson doll, you will probably see a lot of her dolls in her collection. So shout out to you, girl. Okay, so now I have 2 more dolls that I want to show you guys. So speaking of Trish, she actually gifted this to me on one of my birthdays. I think it was in 2021 or 2020. It was like during the pandemic when none of us were really going outside, and I just remember because she and I and Randall and a bunch of friends, we all went to Paris, France to see the On the Wall exhibition. And that was awesome, but we also went to a small collectible store. I think it's called Illogical Music, and they had records as well as other music collectibles. And I saw this in the window, and I was like, oh my gosh, Trish! Like when I was growing up, I specifically remember going to the store. It was called KB Toys, and I saw like a whole bin full of singing Michael Jackson dolls, and this one as well. And I remember being like, oh my gosh, I want that so bad. And when I went to Illogical Music with them in France a few years ago, it was the same thing. I was just like, oh, I need that doll. But I didn't buy it or anything. But she saw how much I wanted it, and she surprised me with this for my birthday, and I thought that was just so, so nice of her. Here's a closer look at this Michael Jackson doll. This is from the company called Street Life. And there are 2 versions of it and 1 outfit, which I'm going to show you. This is also an officially licensed doll. This came out in 1997, and as you can see here in the back, there's the singing one, this one, and then the outfit, which is that beaded outfit. And this is obviously the history tour kind of look. You could actually see and verify with the knee pads. Let's see, is it, I hope that's, yeah, there we go. You can see the knee pads. So yeah, I think this is so cool. I can't remember what the singing doll sings. Actually, I feel like it might be Earth Song. I'm gonna look that up right now because I'm so curious. I was wrong. It actually sings, it looks like it sings Black or White. Then is there another version that sings Beat It, or do they sing multiple songs? If you have that doll, comment down below and let me know. I have 2 more dolls to show you. Actually, 1 more doll and then 1 more big doll that I'm gonna review. I'm just gonna actually reach back here. I kind of like this setup, by the way. I went back to my original, well, not my original camera, but my big DSLR camera. So let me know if you guys see any difference in quality here. I really, I love my vlogging camera, but I was like, let me just bring this out. I haven't attached my microphone, so the sound might be off, but let me know what you guys think about the quality. Like, is it okay enough? Like, are you accepting of this video, even though it doesn't have that amazing crisp audio, or should I go back to my vlog camera? If you guys notice or care, let me know down below. Okay, so this doll, Michael Jackson Beat It. This is a really, really nice doll. This, let me see what company this is from. Playmates. This is a Playmates toy that came out in 2010. As you guys can see, there was an influx of, or you might not know, but there was an influx, if you're newer to the fandom or to Michael Jackson or dolls, or merchandise in general. There was a lot of merch that came out in 2010, 11, just because, you know, Michael passed, and licensing left and right and front and center, and there was everything. And so this is something that actually I was gifted. I had a cousin that passed away, and he actually gifted this to me. He went to Comic-Con in his city. I believe it was Atlanta, and saw this and was like, here, I thought of you, cuz. And this was actually the only gift that I really, because we lived in separate states, you know, and this is the only gift that I remember ever getting from him as an adult. And so it means a lot to me. He gifted this to me, so it has a lot of significant meaning. But this is a Beat It doll, which is very, very, very lifelike. Unlike some of the other dolls that I showed you, I think this is the one that looks the most like Michael. The back of the box says, fully articulating Michael Jackson collectible, 10-inch replica, MJ State approved, 37 points of articulation to pose MJ, in almost any signature dance pose. And it also has fabric clothing reproduction, which I think is also really cool. Hard, you guys. It's hard to get Michael's face right. It's hard to get anybody's face right, but really Michael's especially, I feel like is hard, and this one came pretty close. Michael Jackson's the most successful and influential entertainer of all time. This is just like a blurb about Michael and about the short film. So, again, I keep it in okay condition. It's not like pristine, but it's doing pretty good. Alright, so those are all of my small dolls. Now I want to talk to you guys about my Michael Jackson statue. You guys, it's over there, so I'm gonna have to take you guys over there and give like kind of you a closer look with the video later, so I'll just sit and talk about it. This is the doll that everybody needs in their collection. Like if you have like a big collection and you want like that centerpiece, this is it. The Smooth Criminal doll statue, it's really a 1/4, I believe it's 1/4 or 1/3, I gotta get my facts straight, but it's basically a life-size, 1/4 life-size or 1/3 life-size, I think it's 1/3 reproduction of Michael Jackson from the Smooth Criminal video. He's in the lean position, and not only that, it comes with a jukebox and microphone stand, just basically also replicas identical to what was in the Smooth Criminal video. Everything is amazing. It's got like the fabric, it feels like the suit fabric, and the nice satin shirt that he had on, and the tie, and the hair is really good. So I really, really love this. This is from Pure Arts, and I actually did a collaboration with them many months ago when I reviewed this. This is actually not months ago, because I was pregnant when I did that video, so it's like over a year and a half ago almost, when Randall and I reviewed that. So I love it. I don't think that it's in production anymore, but I have seen some other dolls out there that are being released that are really, really nice. And when I say nice, I mean like the face looks really nice. There was another one, and I think it was a Dangerous Tour replica. Dangerous Tour? One of the looks from the Dangerous Tour. So I tried to reach out to them and ask them more information, and then the doll got sold out, so I didn't get a chance to get it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know which one of the Michael Jackson dolls was your favorite.
Next video, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel if you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys next time.
First of all, let's start with Off the Wall. Yes, this is my baby. All of my main Michael Jackson CDs are the special edition, because that's when I started purchasing CDs. On my own, I was probably 13 or 14, and I went to like the Wiz, which was a big music superstore back in the day, and I got this and like all of these special editions I'm about to show you right now. I got Off the Wall, Thriller, Dangerous, and I got that. And these CDs are actually special because they come with like different interviews at the end, everything except for Dangerous. They have interviews with like Rod Temperton, Quincy Jones, Vincent Price, who is the voice of the creepy voice on Thriller. They have a lot of really special kind of behind the scenes looks at like what it went into creating the music. These came out in 2001. It was around the same time as Invincible. So it was a really exciting time in the fandom, and yeah, these are actually the only versions that I have, you guys. So I recommend, if you guys can find these on eBay, to definitely get these. They also come with like special tracks that were not on the originals. So like for Bad, it has Streetwalker, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Fly Away. So definitely some good stuff on here. And then we go into the next album, which is History. So this is my History CD. It has gold discs on the inside. There is another version that was like the first pressing. The first pressings, I think they had some different language on there on that They Don't Care About Us,
and maybe one other song, and they had to reprint, and then they came out with gold disc. But I believe in the beginning they were silver or bronze. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know that some of you guys are really up on your facts, so comment down below and let me know. So this is My Blood on the Dance Floor. This is another CD that I got later on, probably closer to like 2004 or 5. These were songs that I didn't really know very much because they weren't playing on the radio at the time. I know Ghost was on the radio pretty heavy back in the day, like in the late 90s and stuff in New York City, but I wasn't really into it. I got into this later on. I love Blood on the Dance Floor because it's heavy, it's dark, and it's really reflective of what Michael was going through at the time. Alright, so let's get into Invincible. The copies of Invincible that I have are the white and the red copies. If you guys are familiar, you would already know that Invincible came out on several different colors. There were 5 of them. There was the silver or the white one, which is this one here, the red, the orange, the blue, and the green. And I also picked up in Japan this orange copy. And it's just like the regular Invincible album, but I thought it was really cool. I was in Japan and purchased, oh no, this is not from Japan. It is from Japan, but I realized it has an import sticker, so I think I purchased this at Virgin Megastore here in the US or in another country. But anyway, this is the Japanese, and it has the Japanese obi on it, which is like the little paper that makes it into Japanese. Everything else, like when you open it, it'd be the same exact as these two. Okay, so next up I have number 1s, and this CD actually also came out with a few different covers. So obviously the one I got was this Dangerous one. I don't think I could even choose. I think I just ended up getting whatever was given to me. Michael Jackson had a bunch of like these greatest hits type of CDs, but number 1 actually did really well. And it had, interestingly enough, it has like, you know, the typical hits, Don't Stop to Get Enough, Rock With You, Billie Jean, Bad, Smooth Criminal, but it also had You Rock My World, Break of Dawn, One More Chance, which was the newest, which was a new one for this. It was a 2003 release. This came out in 2003. And then also Ben Live from the Jackson's Live album, which I thought was really cool. So that's number 1s. Comment down below, let me know what color of Invincible you got, and also let me know what cover of this you got. There were like 4 different ones, I think. So yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys all picked up back in the day. So the next album is the Michael Jackson Scream collection. I am one of the people that actually really love this album. I thought it was really cool, like concept-wise, to do an album of like kind of scary songs. To be honest, they're not all that scary, but yeah, I think it was a cool concept. And I also really love the Blood on the Dance Floor Times Dangerous mashup, the White Panda mashup. So if you haven't heard this, you can go on like Spotify or Apple Music and you can hear it now. It's pretty cool. It's a good remix. Oh yeah, there's something inside. Shazam the code above for an immersive Scream experience. You Shazam this, something special will happen. Comment down below if you've seen it, because I have not. The only thing that I wish that this had that I think it was missing is they should have a version of Thriller that's like the video version, so that people, when they do the Thriller dance at parties, yes, because me and my friends always do it, they should have the version where there's no talking. Like you just end up doing it over like the Vincent Price talking, which is not as cool as just having like the instrumental. So Estate, if you're listening, definitely do an albums like of short films versions of singles. So like I would love to hear like a Remember the Time with the dance break, The Way You Make Me Feel with the dance break, Thriller with the dance break, In the Closet with that breakdown, the one where it's like break it down, and Michael's doing all that between like the doorway and all that. It's so dope. Estate, if you're listening, please make that wish come true. Next up is Thriller 25, which a lot of people don't know about. I feel like my girlfriend Honey is always like, you need to make a video about Thriller 25, and I've never gotten to it, but I think I should because this is a really dope collection. It was a CD made in a celebration? Is that the word? Celebration of when the Thriller CD turned 25 years old, or the Thriller album turned 25 years old, and Michael actually did some remixes on here, and he like re-sang some parts. So there's a really cool remix on here for The Girl Is Mine with will.i.am, and I actually love it more than the original. I think you can find all this stuff on eBay, but I am going to take some photos later and actually put up like a blog post with links to like everything that I have here, so yeah. Next up is this Ultimate Collection. I think I've showed you guys this before, but it's a 5-disc set, and yes, my disc is about to fall out because it always just comes out here. It's broken. It's a 5-disc set. It has different unreleased songs as well as songs that were hits. If you get this box set and you get the Dangerous Bucharest DVD with it, you can just get this. You don't need to get the other one because it's literally the same thing. It also really comes with a really cool booklet, which is why I love this. Some really cool writing in here about Michael Jackson and his accomplishments, as well as like kind of like a timeline of his accomplishments and different awards that have come out. So great resource as well. Also, you need this box set because I don't think that it's available on Spotify. So you can't really hear songs like We've Had Enough, and what are some of the other songs on here that are really good on disc 4? Fall Again demo, On the Line, In the Back, Beautiful Girl demo, We've Had Enough. Like, definitely listen to these. Alright, so when it comes to singles, we have One More Chance single. I have You Rock My World single, which I personally went into the store to pick this up. This actually was a really cool single because it had like an instrumental and an acapella and the radio edit. So lots of good stuff on here. I would get this. I loved how in the early 2000s the CD singles became like so thin. Okay, next up is I Just Can't Stop Loving You with spoken intro. Here I have the Bad 25. This comes with 3 discs. There's the disc 1, which is like the regular Bad album. Disc 2, which is all the bonus material, which you guys probably already know, like Fly Away, Streetwalker, Al Capone. But those had not come out before, and that was really, really cool that they released those. This came out in 2012, so shortly after Michael died. So this is the Michael Jackson's Greatest Hits, the History 1, Volume 1. They released this like on its own again. I don't know why. I think they did in 2001 when the special editions also came out. Michael Jackson, these are 12-inch mixes. So these are 5 12-inch mixes on one CD for $99 or $9.99. Billie Jean, Beat It, Wanna Be Starting Something, Thriller, and PYT. And this was made in Australia, and I got this because I thought it'd be really cool to have long versions of all the songs, and they're very much longer. So if you're ever doing like a party or something, look into getting some 12-inch mixes. Michael Jackson, The Love Song. This was a CD that I played a lot when I was younger. It just really was soothing for me. It has songs like Who's Loving You, A Fool for You, Everybody's Somebody's Fool, If I Don't Love You This Way. Jackson 5 songs are far and few between, but there's a few on here. And I loved it. I thought it was really soothing to hear him sing some of these. A lot of them are covers, but it has some of his hits like Got to Be There and One Day in Your Life. If I Don't Love You This Way, I'll Be There. The stripped mixes, which I did a blog post about way back in the day. You have to get this. It is all a cappella Michael Jackson. Like just him singing lead vocals, all a cappella. You really get to hear how like amazing his voice was, and still is, but you know, his voice was as a young age. Michael Jackson Legends, another like solo Motown Michael Jackson collection. I've got Forever Michael here, and then this is a one from Japan, Universal Masters collection. It just has mostly the same stuff. Music and Me, Got to Be There, Happy, People Make the World Go Round. So if you're not aware, Michael Jackson did have like his own solo career at Motown during the Jackson 5. He and Jermaine put out most of the albums. I think Marlon had one. I think all the brothers had at least one solo album. So speaking of Jackson 5, let's get into it. I'll show you these really quickly. I have a double disc, 3rd album, and Maybe Tomorrow. Looking Through the Windows, which is probably my favorite my favorite Jackson 5 album. 3rd album and Looking Through the Windows. My favorites. Here is a Greatest Hits collection. Christmas album. This is unopened, but it's the Jackson 5 Going Back to Indiana special. This is the Japan version because I bought it in Tower Records Japan. The beginning years, Jackson 5 and Johnny. Jackson 5 remixes. Limited edition Big Boy. For those of you guys that may not be familiar, Michael Jackson and Jackson 5 were with Steeltown Records, which was a smaller record label before they got onto Motown. So this is a really cool song. This is my hands down Jackson 5 anthology greatest hits compilation. I wore this out to death. Like, you could see this is like all scratched up and broken, but I just played this in my Discman like literally every day, you guys. I just loved the Jackson 5. They inspired me because they were just so resilient and they were just such an awesome group, such trendsetters. And this is the best collection, if you ask me, the Jackson 5 anthology. This was one of their first live CDs, if not the first. I may be wrong. I think there's 2 live CDs from the Jackson 5. There's the Jackson 5 Live at the Forum, which I feel like came out after Michael died, but I may be wrong. But this was one that came out during their career. It was them live in Japan, and it was really cool to hear. This came out originally in 1973 and was only available in Japan for a while. Another CD of the Christmas collection. Obviously, I like it. And then here's another double albums. This is the Jackson 5, Diana Ross Presents the Jackson 5, and ABC. So a lot of times, as you guys can see, I was buying like those double albums or the greatest hits because I love the Jackson 5 music, but I got into it way later and it was harder to find some of their stuff on CD, naturally, because they all came out first on vinyl. So first is Destiny album, which is my personal favorite album of the Jacksons. We have 2 copies of Jackson's Live because 1 copy is never enough. I also have this on vinyl and on Spotify. Yeah, it's so good. I just love this. Definitely close your eyes one day and listen to this concert. You'll feel like you're there. The Jacksons album, self-titled album, 2300 Jackson Street, Triumph, which a lot of people say is the best Jacksons album. Definitely go and pick that up. Going Places. This is my jam. I like the feeling I get when I ride in a jet. Okay. I have the Jacksons double album here again, Victory album and Triumph, and I got this because I needed the Victory album, obviously. And then lastly, I have This Is It, which is of no relation to any of this because this is a posthumous release. And I got this because it was just, I thought it was a nice collection to have, something to add to my collection. It's 2 discs. One of them has just like most of the songs that were in the This Is It movie, and then they have some demos at the end and Planet Earth, Michael Jackson's poem that he reads aloud. So yeah, amazing. So yeah, so that is it, you guys. That is my Michael Jackson CD collection. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Check down below. You guys can visit MJFANGIRL.com where I put pictures and links to every single CD that I've listed here. If you guys want the same collection or want to look into the same CDs that I have, these are all CDs that I listen to. My collection's not like a lot of people's because it's very worn and used, and I like it that way because I get a chance to open these up and show them to you guys, experience the music with my friends and family. Like, I just love listening to Michael Jackson, and I did a lot of listening to Michael Jackson back in the day. I have to be honest with you guys, I don't listen to him as much as I used to, and looking at and I know you guys are probably like, okay, MJ Fangirl, but you listen to him every day, but still, it's not like what it used to be. Like, look at these CDs and like, look at how worn they are. Think about like me walking around with a Discman, which was like the Walkman. I'll put a picture here if you guys don't know, but like, I used to listen to them and Michael would lift my spirits so much, and it would lift my spirits to hear about the making of his music and the creative process behind it, and it would make me feel great to listen to Going Places and then to compare it to Triumph, to compare it to the Destiny album, you know, to listen to Third Album, which is a Jackson 5 record, then to compare it to Looking Through the Windows and ABC, and it's just such a journey to be a Michael Jackson fan, and it meant a lot to me to collect all these CDs, to go out and buy them. I have great memories going out and purchasing all of them. So I say all this to say, if you guys are new collectors, don't feel like, you know, you don't have enough, or like, you may have 3 CDs, you may have 4, but to me, when it comes to collections, it's all about like the memories attached to them. And I just love all the memories that I have that are related to Michael Jackson. It's just such sweet times in my life, and I'm grateful to have such a big Michael Jackson CD collection. I don't have as big as ones as a lot of people because a lot of people have a lot of different copies and ones from other countries and stuff, but I hope that this was helpful to you guys. I think I showed a good balance of solo Michael Jackson from the Motown era, obviously his adult solo work, some greatest hits stuff, some remix stuff, some Jackson 5 stuff, some Jackson stuff, even the This Is It CDs. So I hope you guys got some use out of this video. Comment down below, let me know some of your thoughts, and also just let me know any of the CDs and any of the memories that you guys have that are the same with me. I would love to hear it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hey you guys, what's up? It's me, MJFANGIRL, and today I'm going to show you guys my Michael Jackson DVD collection. So I broke my DVDs up to into different sections. The first bunch of DVDs are ones that I purchased while Michael Jackson was alive, and basically like as they came out. And then the second set are ones that I purchased after his passing, things that came out after his passing, and then the last set is bootleg DVDs. Yes, I have DVDs that are not official, but I want to show you guys what I have because why not? All right, let's get into it. The first DVD that I have, and I promise you guys I have it, but I cannot find it anywhere, the History DVD. This is History Book 1. It basically has all of the music videos from the first half of his career. So it has Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, it has Rock With You, Bad, Beat It, Thriller, Smooth Criminal. All those types of videos are on that DVD, and that was one that I really enjoyed watching growing up. That's really the first type of DVD compilation that I ever owned. And the second one is this one, which is the History 2 DVD. Now this DVD was volume 2, like I said, similarly to how the History CD had volume 1 and volume 2, this did too. This includes, it says on the front, includes Blood on the Dance Floor remix, the 1995 Grammy Video of the Year Scream, Earth Song, They Don't Care About Us, You Are Not Alone, and much more. One of the other things that's really cool about this DVD is that it has the Billie Jean performance from Motown 25, as well as it also has the 1995 MTV Music Awards performance of Dangerous, Grammy Award winning, I think Emmy Award winning, I'm not sure, I think it was. Shout out to Travis Payne and Lavelle Smith Jr. who choreographed that. Very impactful performance. For me, it was one of my favorites growing up, and still is to this day. And so this is the DVD. Like I said, it's actually really one of the first DVDs that I had, and the cool thing about this was that it was double-sided, and you guys could see this has got some wear and tear on it. Yes, double-sided. It's all scratched up because, you guys, I used to watch this all the time. One of the other things that I like about this is that it has Brace Yourself, that teaser where it's like Michael Jackson and they're playing like the, what do you call it, classical music. Da, 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 doom, doom. I can't remember the name of the song, but you guys know what I'm talking about. This is on this DVD as well. So really cool. I'm not sure if they even make these anymore. I'm sure they don't like actually print them or press them anymore, distribute them, but you could probably find these on eBay. I will leave some recommendations on where you can find this stuff. I'll try to look online, but yeah, let's get into the next DVD in my collection. So the next DVD in my collection is actually probably my favorite one. It's gonna be, this is Dangerous Short Films. As you guys know, Dangerous is my favorite my favorite Michael Jackson album, and so these contain a lot of my favorite Michael Jackson songs as well as my favorite Michael Jackson music videos. And the cool thing about the Short Films DVD is that it also included some behind the scenes footage from Michael Jackson's music videos that was at the time never before seen. Remember you guys, this is in the years prior to YouTube. So there was really no way to find behind the scenes clips or anything unless you were to go to like a specific site that had like an upload of videos. I think I've talked about the MJ Oin Vid website where they would upload one or two different like Michael Jackson behind the scenes or like concert clips, and then you could upload them. They'd be up there, you could download them. They'd be up there for like a week or two, and then they'd take them down and refresh them. But there was really no way to see like behind the scenes clips now, like how you can go on YouTube and just look that up. So this was really gold for me. This really was to me a gateway into seeing Michael Jackson's personality and like how he was off camera, just like around the people that he knew and the crew that he worked with. So I really cherish this DVD. It's one of my favorites. It's the first time that I ever saw the Who Is It video, which to this day is still like
like a puzzle to me. I know what it's about, I've read what it's about, but I watch it and I don't get that from the cinematography. I don't get that from the storytelling in the video. It's just really interesting to me because that's one of the Michael Jackson things that I just do not get. I can watch it over and over, and after years, like, I can tell you that I don't really understand it. But yeah, love this, love this, love this. This also has what is it? My favorite Grammy Legend Award speech on it. Like gold, you guys. This is my favorite DVD of all time. This is the Bucharest Live in Bucharest Dangerous tour. This is the one that was like the HBO special. I have come to learn that this is like clips from several different nights of the Dangerous tour, which I had no idea. I always thought it was like a live show that they had taped. But anyway, this is my favorite concert and I love it. I'll just show you guys how it looks inside. Very simple, one disc DVD. While I'm on that topic, I might as well show you guys the Ultimate Collection. The Ultimate Collection is a 4-disc CD collection of like Michael Jackson's greatest hits and some unreleased songs at the time. So if you had wanted back then, you could purchase that standalone DVD that I just showed you, but I have both, and I really loved having this on DVD. That was like really cool to me. You got in really good quality. I actually have a VHS. I broke this part of my Ultimate Collection, so the disc always falls out. So next up is The Wiz, something that we have never even talked about on this channel, and I actually feel really weird about that. Like, I feel like I should devote a video to The Wiz. A subscriber and friend of mine, Saran Baggins, always talks about how The Wiz is like his favorite movie, and we both are big MJ fans and Wizard of Oz fans. And he's always like, why don't you do a video about The Wiz? And I don't have an explanation for that. I gotta look into that. Comment down below if you guys are fans of The Wiz. I guess I'm just such a big fan of the original Wizard of Oz movie. That's like my favorite movie of all time. I love it. I love everything about it. I know pretty much all the words on the soundtrack. And yeah, it's The Wiz is not my favorite Michael Jackson project, but I know how important it is to the culture, to Michael Jackson's career. Okay, you guys, so next up is this Jackson's American Dream DVD. I don't know if that's focusing. It's focusing on me, so it's not gonna focus on this. But the Jackson's American Dream DVD, this is actually the complete miniseries of that show. The show that was always on VH1. It was like a 2 or 4 part, I have no idea. Anyways, this is a 4 hours movie. It's a biopic of the Jacksons' life and upbringing all the way up until like the Victory Tour. And so it covers a lot of Michael Jackson's childhood. A lot of people don't know that this is something that was actually based on Katherine Jackson's book, My Family the Jacksons. And it was produced, I believe, by Jermaine and his ex-wife. Yeah, produced by Jermaine Jackson and Margaret Maldonado Jackson. And the executive producer was Suzanne DePass, who was, she worked heavily with the Jackson 5 while they were at Motown. And so, yeah, I really loved that movie. And look at this, I even kept like the little sticker from the top. So this is 2 discs, nothing too fancy about it. But yeah, this is the DVD for that. So next up, we have the Number Ones DVD. If you did not know, when the Number One CD came out in 2003, I believe, Michael Jackson also released this in tandem. And so this is basically all of the music videos, but the only thing that was not that great about this DVD was that the quality wasn't good. So like a lot of those other DVDs that I've shown you, they're like an HD quality, great quality. This, first of all, the sound wasn't good. I think in those other DVDs, like the History DVD, the Dangerous Short Films, and the History 2 Volume 2, they had Dolby Digital audio. This has PCM stereo, and then none of the videos were like in great quality. So comment down below if you guys remember that. It was like, see, I don't even have the disc in here. It's somewhere, but I don't have it in here. Yeah, the quality just wasn't great. It was like a little awkward, like that they would release this in not so great quality. But this, actually it says that this came out, yeah, 2003, like I remember. Again, has most of the important music videos: Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, Billie Jean, Beat It, Bad, Thriller, as well as Blood on the Dance Floor, You Rock My World, Bad thing about this, it did not have One More Chance on it. Blows my mind because that was like the only original song from the #1's album, so why wasn't it on here? But I just want to read to you guys a little bit about the liner notes because I really like these. I thought they're really sweet. This album is dedicated to those who remember when and are still on the journey. With lifelong gratitude to my parents, to my grandparents, and to my family that came before, who so lovingly created my today. I love you, your son, Michael. To Prince, Paris, and Blanket, you are my joy. The fullness in my heart is because of you. I love you beyond now and forevermore. I love you, Michael. So he also has thanks to James Brown, John McClane, John Branca. Another thing that came out in 2003, which was actually a television special to accompany the release of the #1's album and DVD, was The One. This was a really good TV special. This actually is not the version that was on television. This is like cut or something. This is not the full version. So comment down below if you guys remember when The One came on. I actually love the front cover of this because it's like the One More Chance single. And this actually finally has 5.1 surround sound, Dolby Digital, also stereo, and this was like a 40-minute special. Michael Jackson executive produced this. This was another like kind of thank you to the fans. It featured artists like Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott. There were a bunch of celebrities that came on and spoke about Michael. There was 4 parts to this. I highly recommend if you could grab this or you could find this special, it's worth watching. It's really cool to me to see like other celebrities and people talk about Michael Jackson in that way. So go ahead and check that out. It's called Michael Jackson The One. Now you guys, I'm gonna get into some posthumous stuff that I have purchased. After Michael Jackson passed away, a lot of things came out, and I wanna start off by talking about one of my favorites, which is the Bad 25 special. It was produced by Spike Lee, directed by Spike Lee. A Spike Lee joint, okay? It's a Spike Lee joint. In his jacket, it's got like a little collage of like the moments from his music videos and stuff. I thought that was cool. And just from the Bad era in general. Okay, so speaking of a Spike Lee joint, so this is Michael Jackson's journey from Motown to Off the Wall. So I like this a lot. The original CD, the songs and everything are in here, as well as like some chalk. These copies are not open. Not sure why I have 2 copies that are not open, but I know that my husband has a copy that's open, so that's the one that we watch if we ever want to watch this. One of the cool things that I found out a lot of really cool things in this documentary, but one of the cool things that I found out just was about like how, because Tito and Jackie were a part of this, and they talked about just creating like Shake Your Body Down to the Ground, and how they were like in competition in their head with the Bee Gees. And I don't know, I just thought that that was really, really interesting. I also loved how they talked about Michael Jackson and what he experienced because of his race. And they talk about how, you know, a lot of times I think we tend to overlook that Michael Jackson did have experiences where his race was kind of like a barrier that he had to jump over, like many people in the entertainment industry or in the world in general. I think a lot of times we think, oh, Michael Jackson just transcended all of these racial barriers, but there were some times where, you know, they talk about how there had never been like a black person on the cover of certain magazines, or they wouldn't have him on the cover because he was a black artist. And so I thought it was really great that Spike Lee touched upon those topics, because a lot of times, especially for us fans that are in the younger generation, we didn't see that, you know, we didn't experience that. And so I love that about that documentary. Okay, so speaking of the Jackson 5, I have the Jackson 5, a full, for the first time on DVD, complete animated series. Yes, this is just 70s gold right here. I'll show you guys a close-up of the DVD here, but you could see it's got the Jackson 5 in their cartoon glory, and then in the back it's got just like some decoration here, some what do you call it, animation rather, animation cartooning, I don't know. But anyway, I love this DVD because it was really cool. It's the first time that you got all those Jackson's cartoons on DVD, and the discs are like little records. And this, it breaks down every single episode. And what I love about it, it tells you exactly the songs. So one of my favorite episodes of the Jackson's 5 cartoon is the one that has, oh, the winner's circle. I think this is when they're like riding a horse racetrack, and the songs in it are the Love You Save and How Funky Is Your Chicken. I don't know why I loved that. And I also loved, there was one, Cinder Jackson, and they have the songs Reach In and Can I See You in the Morning. So I love the Jackson 5 cartoon, and this is an actually fun way to just, if you're into like animation or anything like that's just like 70s vibe, 70s kitsch, definitely check this out. The Jackson 5 cartoon is something that I definitely want to do a video about as well, because I just feel like it was really like important and monumental for the time. Next collector's item is this Sesame Street Christmas. Michael was only in this for like 2 minutes. You could see the whole clip on YouTube. I really wouldn't bother getting this, but I got it because I didn't know any better. Now the next thing is this Motown 25 disc set. I think, how many discs is this? 6 discs. Motown 25. So this has the original show as well as some behind the scenes clips. It's got the extended version of the Motown 25, 14 hours of bonus features. It's insane, it's so good. I'm getting down to the wire with the posthumous spots. Okay, so this is Michael Jackson's mother's DVD that came with her book. It's called Never Can Say Goodbye, The Katherine Jackson Archives. Not much on here. There was like an interview with Katherine Jackson, some photos. I actually think that she ended up having to stop selling this because I don't think there was permission from the estate, which is kind of like, why does she need permission? Because it's her own kid's story, but that's the way everything works these days. So I also have This Is It on Blu-ray. I actually went to the Best Buy event when they debuted this, and I got signatures from Travis Payne and Kenny Ortega. I actually have met Travis Payne prior to interviewing him, but I don't even know if he knows that. So I've got to send him the picture of me meeting them and getting their autograph back then. I also have the Vision box set. Vision is actually something that I really enjoy. A lot of people in the Michael Jackson community talk crap about the Vision DVD set, but I actually loved it. I thought it was really cool. I love the front cover of this. Let me see if I could get myself out of focus and so you guys could see. When you move it, it's like, can you see? Oh yeah, there we go. When you move it up and down, it's like different parts of the music video show. It's got not only 2 discs full of Michael Jackson's entire music video catalog, including gems like Speed Demon, and Liberian Girl, things that were like previously never released on DVD, but it also has One More Chance. It has Y with 3T. I don't know what else it has on here. I can't recall right now. But some, oh yeah, Blame It on the Boogie, the Jacksons, Enjoy Yourself, Say, Can You Feel It, and They Don't Care About Us, the prison version, which was also not on DVD to my knowledge. So really good stuff on here. A lot of people, like I said, don't like Vision because they want super high 4K, high quality stuff. But to me, it's good enough the way it is, and I'll always welcome any other better quality footage, but to me it's gold. So next up I have this bunch of DVDs that are not official at all, but this is Michael Jackson, A Remarkable Life. I don't even think this was a good documentary, so I'm not even gonna waste time talking about it. I think that was given to me as a gift, and I was just like, okay, this is not even positive. But Michael Jackson live in Japan. What is this? I think this is, oh, the Yokohama concert. So if you want the Yokohama concert, you can see it on YouTube, but this is a version of it that's on DVD. This is a DVD called The Press Conferences and Store Signings. So really interesting. This covers a bunch of store signings. I don't even know which ones, but it's 2 hours of like random footage, which is actually pretty interesting. So yeah, and it doesn't even really have any like listing of anything, but comment down below if you guys have seen that before. I've got a bootleg DVD of the Jacksons Victory Tour, Toronto 1984. This was given to me by my dad's friend. He had that. It's not a great copy, it's like the same thing on YouTube. This is the Royal Brunei concert on DVD, His Majesty's 50th Celebration. So Royal Brunei Concert is also gold if you guys have not checked that out. I actually think that I should do a reaction video to the whole thing because I feel like I've watched some of it, but not all. So anyway, and then these are last two bootleg DVDs, Moonwalker and The Making of Thriller. Okay, you guys, so that was my entire Michael Jackson DVD collection. Let me know if you guys enjoyed that. Do you guys have any of the same DVDs as I do? Let me know down below if you have like a favorite DVD out of this. And do you miss DVDs like I do? Because I kind of low-key miss like the whole vibe of like collecting things. Oh, I also wanted to tell you that I have a bunch of bootleg DVDs that don't have covers. They're just like random discs around my house. I have like the Jacksons variety show and a bunch of different concerts, a bunch of different history tour concerts and things like that. So yeah, let me know down below like what you guys think of this and if there are any other parts of my Michael Jackson collection you guys would like me to focus on. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, MJFANGIRL, and today we are doing a highly requested video. We are going to be doing my Michael Jackson room tour. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss it. You are now watching MJFANGIRL TV. So, on to my favorite part of the room is going to be my Moonwalker poster. A lot of people ask me about this. I actually got this Moonwalker poster way back in high school. It was one of my first Michael Jackson purchases online actually. I bought it from a secondhand like video shop that was selling old posters, and I believe it's one of the original Moonwalker promo posters, so that's super cool. So back here, all the way in the corner, we have a Michael Jackson Thriller cover wall clock. I know that it looks like a poster to a lot of you guys, so I'm gonna do a close-up, but it's actually a wall clock, and I got this as a gift for my, I believe it was my 25th birthday from one of my uncles. Actually, two of my uncles got me two wall clocks one summer for my birthday, and so I decided to display both of them up. I'll show you the other one in a few seconds, but I naturally don't have them plugged in because that's way too much ticking. It gets creepy. So, I'm gonna jump up on the couch. I hope I'm still in focus. But this is actually my Michael Jackson shelf, display shelf that I have in a lot of my videos here. One of the reasons why I decided to have this shelf in the background is because I wanted to be able to show you guys a lot of different things. If you have been on the channel for a long time, you know that I used to have a really big kind of like a shelf with all my Michael Jackson collection behind me, but I thought it'd be really cool to kind of showcase some of my favorite things. So let me show you guys a little bit closer. So first up, we have this Jackson's World Tour 1984 original Pepsi can, and this was a gift from someone super duper special, so I always have it right here, and I have the Jacksons signatures facing the front. One of the coolest things about this can is that I did take a picture of it in front of my display, and the Jacksons actually reposted it on their Instagram. Shout out to the Jacksons, I love you guys. Come on tour in the United States so I can go see you again. And right here at the top I have the Michael Jackson Ultimate Collection box set. I've got Moonwalk, and this is actually a first edition of his autobiography. I have a Funko Pop Smooth Criminal toy. I don't know if that's glares there. It's probably fine. But yeah, it's actually, it was a gift to me, and it's not in the great condition, but I did see that this goes on eBay for about $200 to $300. So if you're a big Funko Pop collector, go and check that out. I have some of my favorite Michael Jackson DVDs. I have Michael Jackson The One. Let me know in the comments below if any of you guys remember Michael Jackson The One. It was an amazing TV special that came out around the time that Number One's CD came out in 2003. A lot of stuff was going on that year, so I think it got overlooked in some ways. But let me know if you guys would like me to review it or talk about it, because I think it's one of those programs that are not talked about as often as it should be. I also have Dangerous Tour live in Bucharest. You guys know how crazy I am for the Dangerous Tour. I've got the Jacksons American Dream. I've got the Vision DVD, of course Moonwalker, The Legend Continues, which is like my ultimate fave, and then the other video that's tying with my ultimate fave, The Making of Thriller. Alright, so onto the bottom shelf here, I have this I Love Michael Jackson vintage
mug. I believe this is from the era, like the 80s. I'm not sure, but I think it's from then, so I'm gonna think that. My Dangerous World Tour water bottle that I never drink out of because I'm a low-key germaphobe, but check this out because I showed it in great detail in one of my last videos. I'm gonna insert the card here. It's called My Favorite Michael Jackson Collection Dangerous World Tour Items or something like that, but I love this. Again, Dangerous Era Junkie, so that's why this is on display here. And lastly, I have this This Is It ticket. I don't know if you guys can see the holographic movements, but it moves. That was a Christmas gift from my girlfriends when we had our Michael Jackson Christmas party. Lastly, I want to talk about this corner. Right down here, you'll see a poster. It's called One Night with Michael Jackson plus opening act MJFANGIRL, and that was a gift from a subscriber named Brent. He sent this to me. He sent me a personalized poster, and I thought that was really awesome, so it went up on the wall. Alright guys, so we're on to the next side. Excuse the light, but I'm gonna show you guys kind of what's on the wall, and then I'll do a real close-up so I can show you. This wooden sign back here, and it says love is the music of the soul, and I just thought that that was really fitting to put in here. I have a Bad Tour photograph that's been nicely framed. One of my friends that I met in the Michael Jackson community, she lived in New York City and then she moved all the way to London, but one of the great things she did before she left was gift this to me, so I wanted to hang that up. I also have the other wall clock that I was telling you guys about. This wall clock is a gift from my other uncle that was kind of like the matching set with the Thriller clock. Again, don't have that plugged in, I just have it up for display. We have a picture of Michael here with his Grammys, circa when Michael won the amazing amount of Grammys and broke that world record. I have that up there because I just feel like it's a really important part of Michael Jackson history, and we should always remember who the king is. So he proved himself to be the king to the world that night, and I feel like it's have a permanent place up on my wall. Lastly, another fan that I met a while back, she was an amazing artist, and she used to do these hand-drawn, pencil-drawn art projects where she'd draw pictures of Michael that she really loved, and I purchased one of them, and a lot of people don't know that this behind me is actually done in pencil. It's one of, I think, the most beautiful items on the wall, and hopefully I can keep it there forever. Guys, I'm sorry, I am sweating. It's super hot today in New York. It's 101 degrees, so excuse my sweat. But let's continue. I have two couches in this room, the green one that you guys have seen on video before, and I have a brown one over here that I'm gonna show you. But I also have this little stool, and I just love my Michael Jackson room because, again, as you guys know, a lot of my fan friends are people that live close by, so they're able to come over and we're able to talk, and you know, I've got Michael Jackson things displayed, and right now I have Latoya's Starting Over book and Jermaine's book, You Are Not Alone. I have done a book, Michael Jackson favorite books video before. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's probably like 2 years old by now. Let me know if you guys want to know more of my favorite Michael Jackson books, because I always think that one of the things that's important to us, for us as fans, especially new fans, it's super important to kind of know your Michael Jackson history and know different perspectives of his story. And what better perspective? I know a lot of people have different opinions, but I love looking at Michael Jackson's life through the lens of his family members, people that have worked closely with him, who's closer to him than family, especially when he was growing up. So I love these books, especially Jermaine's book. It's really, really good. But let's get to the other side of the room. Okay, you guys, so I'm here on my couch, and I just wanted to show you guys some of my favorite jackets in my collection. I've got my Pepsi World Tour Victory Tour jacket. I actually won this on an eBay bid, and I was so lucky to find a size small. It's really, really hard to find these jackets and memorabilia. You guys probably know if you've been searching to find vintage stuff in your actual size. But yeah, I have this and I've cherished it for a long time. I've kept it in pretty good condition. You guys already know about my Dangerous World Tour hand-painted jacket. Make sure that you check out that discount code in the description box. If you purchase one, the code is MJFANGIRL. You guys get 10% off. This is my CTE shirt. I'm gonna throw up a picture of Michael in the CTE shirt. But I don't know, it's just really cool. Reminds me of when Michael performed Man in the Mirror, the Dangerous Tour. I also have some of my caps out on display. I have the Michael Jackson History World Tour cap. This is actually from the World Tour. I have this because it was gifted to me. I honestly have no idea where to find this, but if you do, you're lucky because it's a really great find. And then this is a recent hat that I was given for Christmas, and I love it. It's just a Michael Jackson cap, Michael Jackson represented. Now I'm really excited to show you guys. A lot of people are probably wondering where's the rest of my collection. It's right over here. Okay, you guys, so this is the last part of my room tour, and we have come to my collection. Now I have to be honest, I don't have much space in the room to display everything I want, but a lot of my stuff lives here. I've got books, I've got magazines, all of my CDs live here. I've got my record player up there. You can see my history picture disc. So sometimes when I'm in here and I'm just editing videos or coming up with video concepts, I put my record on for inspiration. I've explained before on the channel that I love listening to Michael Jackson on album. Let me know if you guys want a full Michael Jackson record collection video. I don't have many, but what I have I'd love to share with you guys and talk to you guys about that. So that's it, you guys. That's my Michael Jackson room tour. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. It's a really short tour because, again, not much space in here, but I love being in this room. I'd love for you guys to let me know what your Michael Jackson rooms are, or if you've decorated your bedroom with Michael Jackson, let me know. I hope to one day expand to a bigger space. I hope to one day display all of my collection to you guys in one huge, big, long video, because I know that'd be lots of fun too. So if you're interested in any of those ideas, then make sure that you comment down below, because I love to hear from you guys and love to hear about what you'd like to see on the channel coming up. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw today. And also make sure that you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, where I am almost every day updating you guys about what I'm up to. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll Hey you guys, what's up? It's me, MJFANGIRL, and I'm super excited because today we're doing my updated Michael Jackson collection for 2021. By the way, if you see me sweating, you guys, it is so hot while I'm doing this. I have no idea how I'm gonna get through, but we're gonna get through as best we can. So here we go. First of all, these back here are 2 clocks. These were actually graduation gifts that I got from my 2 uncles. They were a surprise to me. They went to an antique store and picked those up. I actually don't put any batteries or anything in them because, yeah, it just sounds like a horror show with all the like ticking clocks at one time. So I just leave that as is. Up here, oh, and this is an Invincible poster that I got for Christmas for my sister. Up here, this is a puzzle. So this puzzle is a 1,000-piece puzzle. My grandmother actually made it for me. And yeah, it's one of my most prized possessions. It's the cover of the Michael album, if you did not recognize, but I love it because it's like a collage of all those special Michael Jackson moments. And then if we go over here, this is a puzzle that my fiance and I put together during the quarantine. We had, I mean, it was a difficult piece to put together, to be honest, but we made it through, and yeah, we ended up framing it, and so that also lives on the wall here. Okay, so up here we have an official 80s Michael Jackson doll. You guys have probably seen him. Let me see if I can focus the camera. I know that you guys saw him in my unboxing video, but here's a better look. This is an official doll that I was gifted by a fellow fan, and he's got a little stand here. So he just stands up right here until we find a better place for him. Now, right here is our pair of LA Gear sneakers. These are the Billie Jean size in color white. They're originally $64 back in the day. Let me see if I can unbox these for you guys really quickly here. You could actually see the entire video of what they are, but yeah, this is what they look like. And then we have these Michael Jackson LA Gear socks on the inside. So yeah, we just keep these displayed. These are in amazing condition. We'd like to keep them that way. They don't fit on my feet, so yeah, I'll just leave them here. So yeah, so if you look down this shelf, this is just some random stuff. There's the Ghosts box set. There's some VHS tapes. And then as you go down, there's some CDs. There are some Michael Jackson dolls. I'll take these out so you guys can see them more closely. This is one of my prized possessions. One of my cousins got this for me. He saw it at an anime convention and was like, oh, my cousin would like this. So this is actually the last gift that he ever got me. And so yeah, here it'll be remaining in the collection. And then there is the official Michael Jackson doll from around the history era. I love this doll. This is actually my first real like Michael Jackson doll like that was like, you know, an official release while he was alive. Let's just keep this. I just want to hold it up here because the camera will not focus otherwise. But yeah, this is one of my prized possessions. You can see they have this one, which is the one I have, and then the singing version, and then some outfits. But yeah, this is a really, really, really cool part of the collection. So now that you guys have seen what's in this corner, let's move to my actual wall that I film in front of, and then we'll move to the other shelf, which is where most of the stuff in my other collection, well, my collection when I was back in New York is there. It's not organized, but I'm gonna try my best to show you guys what I can. I spy a little kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi. What you doing? Hanging out? Okay, I'll give you back your spot. Okay, so now let's just go over some of the art on the wall. So over here is my Moonwalker poster. I'm trying to see, am I pointing? Can you guys even see me point? All the way over there is my Moonwalker poster. So that's a poster that I actually got, I think I was like 16 or 17 when I ordered that. I believe I was a junior in high school when I really started to I was working at a catering hall, saving my money and going on eBay. That was basically like my favorite place to shop. So that's where I got a lot of my Michael Jackson merchandise. This is actually the original VHS movie poster. I got it from a video rental store back in the day, which don't exist anymore. I don't think they do. Comment down below if you have a Blockbuster or something like that near you, but I think they're all gone as far as I know. But anyway, so this was a poster for the promo of the VHS. Okay, so right here where my hand is, this is a Jackson 5 print that was given to me by my friend Honey, aka Honey Darche, here on YouTube. I also have this, which is inherited from a friend. My friends are amazing, aren't they? I was given this, she moved to London. So when she was leaving, she had a bunch of stuff that she was getting rid of, and she was like, do you want this? And I was like, yeah, girl, of course, you know I do. So all the things that I have up here now are pretty much interchangeable. I just switch around stuff depending on my mood, but right now I have a couple of tour merchandise items, the Victory Tour Pepsi can, the Dangerous Tour water bottle, and I have a little Michael Jackson book that came out after he passed away. I have the One More Chance CD single. I have a bunch of other stuff, but just like really random things. I'm gonna give you guys a better close-up, but yeah. I don't know how much more of explanation is needed for that. Underneath here, there's a photo of Michael from Liberian Girl that I really love. And then here is from a great friend and subscriber of the channel, Brent. He sent this to me. It was like one of the first things that I ever received in my MJFANGIRL PO box. So shout out to you, Brent, for always being so legendary and so supportive. So I just wanted to break to say one of the things I'm not gonna do in this video is show my Michael Jackson t-shirt collection, because I have a lot of shirts, like probably close to 65 or 70, and I don't wanna show them in this video to take up a lot of time, because this is really more focused on merch. So if you're interested in a t-shirt collection video, I do have one that I can link. Actually, I believe I have two, but if you want an updated one, let me know and I can definitely do that for you guys, but let me know if you guys are interested. Okay, so yeah, let's go on to the next part of the collection. Okay, you guys, so we're on to probably the most exciting part of the video, I don't know, but yeah, this is the Michael Jackson shelf that holds the majority of the collection here. There are books, there are CDs, there are DVDs, there are tapes, there are vinyls. So I'm gonna do my best, magazines as well, and all like little knickknacks as well. So I'm gonna try my best to go through what I have and just like kind of speed through it. And yeah, if there are any specific videos that you're looking for, I did do a complete Michael Jackson CD collection. I did do a complete vinyl collection. I did do a complete Michael Jackson magazines collection. So I will not be redoing those because I haven't really gotten anything new. And if I have, I've shared them with you guys. If anything, that would be something that I would do at the end of the year, like, you know, kind of like year-end review, looking at the collection stuff, but I don't want to repeat the stuff. So let me know if there's anything here that sparks your eye, that calls to your attention, that you want me to talk more about or share more about, and I'd be happy to get into it. So let's start with the first shelf. Here is Michael Jackson's The Making of Thriller. There are a couple of other tapes. I don't want to like mess everything up, you guys, but The Legend Continues, Moonwalker, Thriller, so you guys could see. These are all tapes in pretty good condition. I want to show you guys these as well because they're kind of cool. You haven't seen these before. So this is a Michael Jackson mug. It's a collector's mug. You can see the prints on the back. I actually got this in Japan. So I'll show you what the first one looks like. So this is the first one. You guys can see. It's just like a regular coffee mug, and I don't even know if I've ever used it. I don't think I have. But when I saw these, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get them. Ooh. Then up here, we've got Michael Jackson's perfume, or his favorite cologne. We've got a couple of, what are these called? We've got this small, I don't know, is this called a 16? I forgot what it's called. Anyway, it's a smaller record, and then just this postcard, which I love this poster. I think I love this picture of Michael, so I was keeping it because I was like, oh, I want to scan this and make it big, but yeah. And then these are just DVDs. We have History 1, History 2 is somewhere. We've got the Jackson's American Dream. We've got The Wiz. We've got the Jackson 5 cartoon. Oops. Jackson 5 cartoon. You guys can kind of see from here, right, what I have. Another cool thing that I have that I never talked about, I don't think, on this channel is a Blu-ray of This Is It, signed by none other than Travis Payne and Kenny Ortega. So if you're interested, I just did an interview, it was amazing, with Travis Payne and Stacey Walker, all about their experiences working with Michael Jackson throughout the years. I'm trying to put this back, throughout the years, as well as on This Is It. So definitely make sure that you check that out. There, never before seen pictures and everything. So I think you'll enjoy that. And of course, shout out to Spike Lee. We got the Michael Jackson Off the Wall DVD. This is the Michael Jackson's journey from Motown to Off the Wall, as well as Bad 25. So hopefully he comes out with another one about Thriller. Who knows? So that is shelf number 1. Let's get on to the next shelf. So you guys, these are mostly books. So many books, so little time. I'll just pull out a couple of them. The Michael Jackson Treasure book is really cool if you haven't seen that. The visual documentary by Adrian Grant. I've got a couple different versions of this. This is a must-have for any fan, especially if you call yourself a historian, because it's basically like a timeline of everything that Michael has done in his entire career. Very informative. I have the Joe Jackson book, Precious Moments. Snagged that. Michael Jackson Before He Was King, which is one of the best coffee table books. We don't have a coffee table right now, so it's on the bookshelf, but one day. And then the Jackson's Legacy, which this book is so informative, you guys. Like, a lot of people sleep on the Jacksons, period. Like, if you're a Michael Jackson fan, you need to know the Jacksons material. And I just feel like if you don't have this, like, what are you even doing? You need to get the Jackson's Legacy. And I'm gonna leave you guys with a couple links in the description of items that I feel like you definitely should get and you can get pretty easily on Amazon. So yeah, I'll leave that in the description, and yeah, anyway, let's get back to the haul or like the display collection review video. So we also have the Making of Thriller book, which is so cool because it has this hologram, if you guys could see. I think you guys can see. Mine is a little scratched up, but the book was really good. It has some behind the scenes photographs of making the Thriller video. It has some random quotes and little storytelling by whoever wrote this. But yeah, interesting. It covers the whole 4-day shoot. I've got Dancing the Dream. I've got 2 versions. One of mine does not have a cover, but this is the Michael Jackson poetry book that you guys should all be reading. Definitely check this out. You really get to know what's on Michael Jackson's heart when you read his poetry, so I love it. It also includes some lyrics and some really nice photos of Michael as well. Of course, you guys know I just reviewed this not too long ago, The Real Life Fairy Tale Michael Jackson and Me by Talitha Lenahan. Highly recommend if you want to be like in the shoes of someone who followed Michael, traveled with him, met him several times, like hundreds of times, was invited into Neverland, was like a family friend, going from a fan to a family friend, his family meeting him and his children, like very, very beautiful story. Definitely check that out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the books. I don't think I've done an entire book collection, but I'm not sure if I would even want to do that because there's just so many books, and I don't even, unless it's like a really nice design, I really don't even buy books anymore. They're mostly things that I read on my Kindle. So let me know, you guys, if there's anything specific on here that you want me to talk about later. You can screenshot and then like zoom in and see if there's anything on the shelf that you want me to get into a little bit more. Okay, guys, so now I'm gonna get into like this catch-all bin that I have here. It's just like the most random Michael Jackson things you can think of. My fiance got this for me just to eat it. Actually, this should be in the kitchen. I'm not sure why it isn't, but yeah, consolidating everything into one place for as far as Michael album merchandise is concerned. I've got this little bag that I got on Poshmark. I'm gonna just like end up tossing stuff on the floor because that's the easiest way for me to show you guys. A bad tote bag, a Michael Jackson printed umbrella, which I'm not sure if I show you guys this. I don't really believe in superstition or anything like that, but in case you guys do, it's all like different prints of Michael Jackson here. So really cool. I really have never used that in the rain and I don't plan to. So this is a tapestry, which I think is just beautiful, of the Dangerous album. Shout out to my friend Shelly who gave this to me. It's amazing. I would love to use this for something later on. Yeah, it's definitely gonna find some use. This is a little notebook from the Motown Museum made out of a real vinyl. And this is made out of Third Album. So I thought this was really cute. I've never written in this, but I should because yeah, it's really, really cute. And I was like, oh, I have to get that. These are pins. These were items that I bought in Japan. You can kind of see here. I don't know if you can. There you go. Yeah, those are just pins that I purchased in Japan. I think they were was it $100? Am I tripping? No, $10. So yeah, 1,000 yen. So I got those in the exhibition they did after Michael passed away. This is an official Heal the World mask that I got from the Michael Jackson website. This is well, it's not an official, is it? Well, it's a star pad. So I don't know how official it is, but yeah, history Michael Jackson mouse pad. This is from the Dollar Tree back in the day when Michael passed away. They had these stationary things. This is another, I think it's a 45. I think I said 16 earlier. I don't know what that came from. This is a Michael Jackson notebook that I got from Brazil. You guys probably know if you're watching this video, I went to the Brazil, the place where he filmed the They Don't Care About Us video Brazil version. So if you had not seen that, you can check it out. But I went to the gift shop and this is what I got. I think, oh my gosh, this is one of my prized possessions. After Michael Jackson passed away, like I said, they had an exhibition in London, I think. But I went to the one in Tokyo and I bought this necklace. It's beautiful. It was like $30. And let me see if I can show you guys. It's not, I don't like this design that much, like this. Let me see. I don't like the way that this, that it's like this new MJ logo or whatever, but I do love that necklace. It's really, really nice. I don't think it's real gold, but then again, it might be gold plated. It was $30, so really beautiful though. And I've kept it in pretty good condition because I've worn it to just like a couple of Michael Jackson events since then. And people are always like, oh, where'd you get your necklace? So almost done in this bin. I have just some Michael Jackson cards, I have a Michael Jackson ornament that should sing. It should light up too. Okay, it should light up too. I'm not trying to get copyright issues on this video. This is my collection of Michael Jackson Pepsi cans. Can you guys see? I feel like it's focused on me and not the can. But anyway, you guys get the point. This is the Diet Pepsi can that came out. I feel like this was actually a couple years ago, very recently. But I got the Diet Pepsi one because I just feel like this one actually looks so much better than the regular Pepsi one. I don't even think I have, do I have a regular Pepsi one? I think I like gave away, oh yeah, no, here's a regular Pepsi one. But I thought the Diet Pepsi one looked so retro, so I was like, oh, I have to have that. So those are the cans. And as you guys saw on the wall, I always keep the Victory Tour can as well. That's a must have. Now we're getting into the last bits in this odds and ends. I have two Michael Jackson notebooks, 8.5 by 11, I think, standard notebook size. And then I have this Michael Jackson wrapping paper from back in the day. That's something that I'm probably just never gonna open because, you know, I do respect the fact that these are collector's items, and I hope that when I leave this earth that some other Michael Jackson fans will be able to appreciate and take some of these unsealed items. I would love for Michael Jackson's legacy to live on in that way, and I know that one of the things that he really wanted was for his stuff to be kind of collected and talked about and shown at a place. So we'll see. I have some items, but yeah, I would just love to see something like that. Little things, you know, like things like this. So neat, so neat. So anyway, let me put this stuff away and then I'll come back and show you the rest. These are just a bunch of books. I have The Magic, the Madness, the Whole Story. You guys know how I feel about this book. I'm never gonna say that you should take this book as like the gospel because he wasn't there, and the best version is the first version. So if you could get your hands on that, get that. But yeah, so I have a couple copies of that. I have LaToya's book. I have the Bodyguard's book. I mean, the books are the books. I think I've shown you guys some of these before, but here's some of the cool books from the 80s that I have. The Magical World of Michael Jackson. I think that's by Nelson George. This is just like a discography. This is one of the best out there. It's very hard to find though, but if you can, get your hands on it. My Family, the Jacksons. It's Katherine Jackson's book. She spills some tea in there. She shares some secrets. And then this is Michael by Mark Bago. We've got the Joe Vogel book, which you guys would be surprised. I never really have read this in full. I've read parts of it, but never in full. But this is a fan favorite. Moonwalk, some TV guides. I have the MJ Adventures book from, Disney Adventures book from June '93. So this is really cute. It's 25 things you probably didn't know about Michael Jackson, which us MJ fam all know. And then of course, I also have Jermaine's book. I wrote a really interesting article on Jermaine, I think. So I have little post-it notes all through it, but you guys should check that out. It's on my website, MJFangirl.com. You just look up MJ Fangirl Jermaine, you'll see it. But yeah, so this is kind of the bookshelf. So now I'm gonna go into the magazines. I'm just gonna pull out a select few. I'm not gonna be able to show you guys the whole thing because I have a collection video already on my magazine. So if you wanna check that out, I'll link all my collection videos down below, and also I will try to make a playlist. Maybe I'll do that. I'll make a playlist because the collector's videos, there are not a lot of them, but they're enough to definitely like make a playlist for you guys to go and watch if you're a collector out there. So here's some of my magazines. So here's a People Extra. Here is, of course, a magazine after he passed away. There were so many of these. This actually is like one of my favorite things ever. It's the Architectural Digest inside Michael Jackson's Neverland. This is such a good find, you guys. If you guys can get this, you're gonna be in for a treat. It's very, very interesting. Here's a Rolling Stone, which I also loved. August 2009, Michael Jackson's Final Days. This is a must-have in everybody's collection. That's the Michael Jackson Vibe from '95. This is not a magazine, but I'm gonna show it to you guys anyway. This is a sealed Moonwalker calendar. If you guys can see, yeah, sealed Moonwalker calendar. I don't know what year that's from, 89? So very cool. Obviously I have no idea what's in it because I have not opened it, but it's sealed. It will remain. Okay, so we're almost getting to the end of the video. Lastly, I'm just going to show you some stuff at the bottom. The bottom is mostly CDs, but I'll show you some of the bigger items that are down there that are really, really special. So hold on one second, I'll be right back. If you have not seen it already, this is the Michael Jackson Jigsaw Puzzle 500 pieces. It's 18 by 24 inches. It's the same size as the llama one and bubbles one that I showed you that we had done over the summer. We tried to get through this. It's just way too hard. It's very, very difficult because it's so much of the same color. You see, it's like all the same tone. So when you get a puzzle like that, it's super duper difficult. This is something that I'm super excited about and I really would love to hang. The Jacksons, it's like a fold-out poster. Pepsi Cola is proud to bring to you the tour America's thirsting for, the Victory Tour with the Jacksons. I love this. This was a Christmas gift as well. And how could you forget tour books? I have the Jacksons Destiny tour book. I've got this Billboard magazine, not a tour book, but still a good collector's item. What is this? Special edition USA Today after he passed away. This is my dad's original Victory Tour collector's book from the tour. So hopefully he doesn't notice that I took it all the way from New York to California. Sorry, Dad. Also Triumph tour book and the History Tour book. And I have the Bad tour book. It's not in my hand though. So I have that as well. And then let's go back down in the shelf. I got some more stuff to show you. Okay, so I realized I did not show you my vinyls, but I will link that down below in the collector's video playlist. But here's my last and probably favorite item in my collection lately. This is an original Jackson 5 action game. You can see that it's based on the ABC television cartoon series and it is all intact. It has all of the pieces. This is something that I coveted for a long time. It was like $400 on eBay. It's in like perfect condition. Like you guys could see how everything looks on the inside. Like I just love this and it's crazy because I was reading Talitha's book and the instructions are inside, by the way. But I was reading Talitha's book and she was saying that like Michael had been looking for this and he had gotten a collector to bring him one because he was collecting a lot of his own merchandise or Jackson 5 Michael merchandise to one day create kind of like a home for everything and you know, like a Michael Jackson museum because we all know that he deserves one. So I love the fact that he was looking for this and that I actually have it. Alright you guys, so that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this updated Michael Jackson collection for 2021. Let me know what your favorite part was. I know I asked a lot of different questions going throughout this video, but yeah, let's comment in the comment section. Let's chat about it. Let's talk about your collections. Are you starting a collection? Maybe we can do a collector's Q&A if that's something that you would like me to do. Again, I don't consider myself to be a Michael Jackson collector. I have a Michael Jackson collection. I'm not someone that does this like as a hobby, you know. I just get things that I like when I see them, but there are a lot of other amazing Michael Jackson collectors out there. There are a lot of people that really do a great job, so I recommend their channels as well. I can't wait to chat with you guys in the comments, and if you have not already, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell if you love videos like this. I do a lot of videos for the Michael Jackson fan community, celebrating Michael Jackson's legacy, doing reaction videos, hopefully some travel videos soon now that the things are opening back up. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys next on my channel, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!